Okay. Okay. We are here. We are here. We are feeling electric. Beautiful vibe I'm feeling tonight. What an incredible evening. I am just excited as the week is kind of culminated with so many little joyous moments. And tonight was no different. It was a lot of fun. It was family. It was great energy. It was funny, heartwarming. It was electric. So tonight, highly motivated with your host, me, the Oregonji. Yes, welcome everybody, one and all, far and wide. Welcome to the show that's not a show that is you, that is me, that's all of us. A show that's no expectations, no set conversations, but it's a little bit of everything all the time. And that is what a fantastic smoke session should be. Could be once again. Was many moons ago. Welcome everybody. Again, I'm Oregonji, your host tonight on the highly motivated community. Let me see, Troublesome Red. Welcome. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Now, when you come to the show, and I see your comment, and hello to you as well. I see your comment. I'm just letting you know we call you out because we want all networks on all multiverses to experience your energy. And if you're watching and you don't comment or ever say anything, well, then I welcome you as well. Those that are silent in the shadows, we welcome you. We welcome you to Highly Motivated. Okay, very exciting stuff we're going to be talking about tonight. We will be continuing the conversation about rescheduling. Trumpy, quite possibly, as soon as tomorrow. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, from the people that I hear things, they hear things, we're all hearing things, and the things that we're hearing is Schedule 3 is not just a possibility, but Schedule 3 really could be happening maybe tomorrow. Wouldn't tomorrow be an incredible bet, like to start the week off? But here's the thing. Going Schedule 3 is not necessarily a good thing. Going Schedule 3 almost feels like we're going to be handing over the entire industry to pharmacopoeia. Now, you may not hear this in a lot of conversations because right now everybody's so excited about the possibility of rescheduling, reclassifying cannabis that they are overlooking some of the more important factors, the possible downsides of rescheduling to Schedule 3. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about that. Also, tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. I have my chocolate gelt. Look at this. I am rolling tonight in chocolate gelt. Me and the chocolate gelt we're rocking. We are rocking it this evening. Delicious. I do love the chocolates. And we lit the first candle tonight. My oldest son did the lighting of the first candle tonight. And then tomorrow it's the youngest. And then the day after, I believe it's in the middle. Maybe one night throughout the compilation of Hanukkah, the 8 nights of Hanukkah, maybe I get to light it one night. We'll see. But we did the prayers. It was fantastic. And even my oldest son had brought his girlfriend here and she's part of a different kind of culture. So she got to experience tonight our family and the way we bring in, this specific holiday. Also, so on Hanukkah, I'm just going to mention it, and we're going to get back to it. But on Hanukkah's a night to exchange presents. Well, I do want to mention that yesterday was my birthday. I'll talk about this again, but yesterday was my birthday. I know. I'm milking it. And it was, by the way, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for all the well wishes, all the happy birthdays, all the energy. Really, it was incredible. Family took care of me, and with all the well wishes from around the world, I just want to say thank you so much. I feel very honored. So in that, So yesterday was my birthday. And when it comes to getting me presents, getting me a present is actually quite difficult. I'll tell you about my combination in a moment. So getting a present for me is not easy. So Angie, my wife, she took the task of getting me presents that correlate with how much I complain about something. So I started complaining. I started complaining that my feet hurt, because my feet, at the end of the day, my feet hurt. So the first present I opened up, there were these beautiful, like, leather moccasin, stuffed, comforted, therapeutic, maybe, memory foam kind of shoes. Beautiful. So I opened these up. I'm like, oh my God, these are amazing. So I put them on and my feet feel great. My feet feel great. So I've been complaining about a lot of things. And so as I complain, I think she's been taking note. And these are the presents. So tonight, on the first night of Hanukkah, I'm like, which one should I open? So I open this. I open this up. You see this? It's a donut pillow. She got me an ass pillow. She got me a pillow for my ass. I've been complaining my ass hurts so much from all the driving. I've got no ass at all. Not at all. I mean, it's just like bone and skin. And then just, well, no, maybe no, maybe there's a little ass, but it's not ass. That's at this age, it is what it is. Anyways, obviously I've been complaining so much about my ass. So the first night of Hanukkah, I get an ass pillow. Now, I'm just going to mention, I am sitting on that ass pillow right now. And right now, I am on this ass pillow, and it feels great. Okay. I think it's bigger than my car seat. Okay, but I'm going to put it in the car. So I drive a lot, and so my ass hurts. I've also complained to her that my back hurts, and I don't feel like I'm getting full breaths of air. I think I saw like an oxygen tank or something. I don't know. By the end of the week, it's true. I'm gonna have an oxygen tank. I'm gonna have like one of those little push buggy things with the tennis balls on the bottom of it. By the end of the week, I'm gonna be in comfort. I'm gonna be floating on shoes of comfort. An ass as I sit down. Look, I'm floating. My ass is floating on air right now. What beautiful presents at this age. When you get to my age, it's not the presents you once got. It's the ooh. And I do want to mention, look, so one of the beautiful presents that I have put together, and Angie and I have both put these together, but we've made the cannabis kimchi. It's amazing. The texture of the cannabis has changed entirely. They're beautiful. So I put together very specialty mason jars full of some cannabis kimchi that very select people will be getting. Maybe I give one away on the show. Okay. That would have to be a big deal. That'd be like a big deal. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Highly Motivated. I know my tuchus tonight is highly motivated. Wait, I missed something. 2 things you need to add. Can of news in my Insta. And second thing is Aussie is having a sad start to Hanukkah due to a couple of assholes. No, you're right. I saw the news. I try not to bring things up that are so heavy. Terrorism is no longer isolated in the Middle East. Terrorism is no longer isolated and it's opened up to where because we live everywhere. Jews live everywhere, people live everywhere, humans live everywhere, and where everybody lives, there's going to be, there's going to be some turmoil. And recently, because look, I've had my share of terrorist moments. As a young child, I found a bomb on the beach in Tel Aviv. I believe it was Tel Aviv. We were on the beach, and I'll tell that story in a moment. And when we had gotten down, we were escorted off the beach up into the seawall or the upper area, and we were walking, and my mom was like, "Okay, go, come on, keep running, go." And we heard the first boom, and that was already inside of the bomb containment unit. And then usually if there was one bomb, there's always a second or a third. And right down the beach, another bomb had gone off and killed quite a few people. We were moments away from dying. So I understand the fears of that. And that's not something a lot of Americans or other international countries deal with. They don't see that on a regular basis. And I think the tides are turning and it's come out. It's like come more mainstream. And we are going to start seeing more terrible situations. And I hate to say that. And it scares me. It scares me that that's the day and age that we're in. It scares me. But by the way, there were so many brave people though. There were so many brave people that jumped in. There was that one brave guy that jumped on the gunman. There were so many brave people, and so there was so much, wow. I mean, there were so many people that came in to save everybody. That came in to they sacrificed their lives or their safety to protect the many, and that shows hope. That shows heart. That shows energy and gracefulness and whatever you want to call it, heroism in the heart of chaos, in the heart of that insanity and that chaos. So yes, that's I mean, wow, it's heartbreaking. All the people who have lost their lives and have been injured, it's terribly heartbreaking. Us down here don't have that much, so it's a massive shock. And yeah, a lot of brave people. And so we want to, and highly motivated tonight, let's please send out warm, positive, powerful vibes to over in New Zealand, over in my brain is Australia. Sorry, in Australia where it was going. But send out positive vibes, big energy to everybody out there. Okay. We want to keep moving, but what do I think of that? I mean, obviously it's appalling. It's absolutely terrible. And of course, on the first night of Hanukkah, but one of the greatest things is that it's a holiday not just for one culture. It's a holiday for many cultures. Exotic Alchemy, welcome, highly motivated. So I think a spoken word of inclusion, of belonging together, even though Hanukkah started before Christmas. I want to say last year, Hanukkah and Christmas were like together. I think they started at the same time. Did they? I want to say last year they started at the same time. And if they didn't, then whatever. What I'm going to do here, let me change up the tune a bit. Let me just, what I want to do a quick spoken word of when I say inclusion, I say something that okay. Oh, it's bright. But my eyesight's so bad. Okay. We gather again. Different calendars, different stories, different songs humming in our bones. Some of us light candles. Some of us hang lights. Some of us set tables. Some of us set intention. And somehow, it's the same season. Christmas with its quiet hope, a child, a promise, a birth of something new. Hanukkah with its stubborn flame. 8 nights saying, we are still here. Kwanzaa calling us back to our roots, to purpose, to unity, to remembering who we are. And somewhere in between, there's Yule, solstice, Diwali, Bodhi Day, New Year's wishes whispered into the cups of something warm, birthdays, anniversaries, the quiet holidays nobody names but everybody feels. Different words, same longing. Because every holiday, every single one, it's really just a love letter. It's a love letter to the idea that darkness doesn't get the final word. We decorate because we refuse to go dull. We cook because feeding each other is the ancient magic. We give gifts because we don't always know how else to say, I love you. I heard you. I thought of you when you weren't in the room. And listen, you already belong, not because of what you celebrate, not because of how you pray, not because of the name you use for God, or whether you use one at all. You belong because you're here, because you're breathing, because you showed up. You showed up in a world that keeps asking us to harden ourselves. So tonight, light something, a candle, a match, a spark in your soul. Call it Hanukkah, call it Christmas, call it Kwanzaa, call it hope, call it survival, call it love. But don't miss the truth. We are not separate. We are not separate. We are one house with many windows, and every light matters. So wherever you are, whoever you are, however you celebrate, welcome. Welcome home. Welcome to the combined energy of all of us. Welcome to Highly Motivated. I love it. I love it. Oh, wait. I see we have somebody here. All right. It looks like we've got Gavin. Welcome, Gavin. Welcome to Highly Motivated.
Welcome.
Wait, where are you? What is, where are you right now?
We're at the Road Correction Center in Ocala.
Look at this. Look at this. Gavin taking it on the road. Wow, that's beautiful. Holy free holy. That is really nice. So the whole overhead is nothing but lights. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, y'all. Gavin's taking Highly Motivated on the road tonight. Oh, that's neat. What is that, like a peacock? Love it.
Yeah, that's peacock.
That is really cool. Wow. See what I said? Look, we light lights on Hanukkah. Right here, he's celebrating with the Festival of Lights. I want to say Festival of Lights is Hanukkah. But then, do they say that? They say that about Christmas too, don't they? A Festival of Lights. That's beautiful.
We are actually leaving right now.
You are actually leaving. Well, I'm glad that you were part of that energy and excitement. Yeah. Send grand wishes to your fiance.
Thank you.
And you know, let her know that Highly Motivated is, you know, she's included. She's here, even though she's there. She's still here. So, but yeah, so I was talking about the present my wife got me, and so there's a few other presents there. I'm kind of afraid to open them now. Now I don't know what I'm gonna get. I mean, they're great presents. They really are. I mean, because I'm using one right now.
Huh?
Right now, I'm sitting on the butt pillow.
Great.
Don't go on those.
And this thing's great. This thing is great. This is like the grandest of butt pillows. The grandest right now.
Get it. I had it.
This is great. Look, this is good. I'm bouncing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't bounce around this room too much.
Squirrel hit the deck.
Careful of those squirrels out there. Listen, I heard they
Hug your squirrel. Huggies.
I've heard some shit about the squirrels. Listen, I've heard that you got to be very careful. Oh, the Wally is the Festival of Lights. Is it? Let me see. The Wally is the Festival of Lights. That's incredible that you say that, because they say that about Hanukkah as well, because they're lighting the candles, and it's the Festival of Lights, because it was the oil that didn't run out after, you know, the temple was ransacked. All the oil was taken, and the only oil, and we're gonna, yes, and Hanukkah. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? But isn't that interesting how that right there, you've got two different festivals, maybe three different holidays that are all directly, you know, they say it's the Festival of Lights. So wouldn't it be incredible that this holiday season really is a shared, maybe this is more of a shared holiday than we realize. I mean, maybe they start at different dates, but maybe they're not a different celebration. We're all celebrating a good year. We're all celebrating good energy. We're all celebrating going into the new year. So it's like all these different religions kind of coming together as one idea, as one direction. But I think that's what it is. I think that's very cool. Yeah. So that's what we're kind of talking about tonight. And I was going to chit chat just a little bit about Hanukkah and what it is exactly. Kind of like, let me see where I start here. Oh, okay. The gift story. Yeah. I was going to talk about the transition. Yeah. Because, let me see, why we celebrate. Okay. I will quickly do this. And then again, I want to start talking about rescheduling and the rescheduling of cannabis. And I want to talk about the dark side of that. And there is a dark side. There are negatives to this. Let me see. Technically, Lunar New Year would be called a festival of lights, as it's a lantern festival, and lanterns are lights. 100%. 100%. That sounds great though. So a Lunar New Year. So wait, when's the Lunar New Year? Is the Lunar New Year like the New Year's Eve? If the Lunar New Year, or is the Lunar New Year only something that comes around every so often? And that way we really must celebrate. Because if it doesn't come around as often as we think, then celebrating it would be a very good idea. Really quickly, and then we're going to jump into why rescheduling is not necessarily a good idea. So why we celebrate Hanukkah. So Hanukkah exists primarily because a small group of very stubborn people looked at a massive empire and said, nope, not today. A giant empire told the Jews, stop being Jewish, or the Hebrews, and basically said, stop practicing the way you practice. The Hebrews said, nope, we're not going that route. So they fought back. They won against ridiculous odds. I mean, odds that, like say you had 100 people against 10,000. Crazy odds. So they took back their temple. The Hebrews took back their temple. This is why we do Hanukkah. I'm just letting you know. The Hebrews took back their temple. And as they put it back together, they put together enough oil to be able to keep the menorah lit for one day. And instead, the miracle is the oil lasted 8 nights. So the oil that they only had 1 day of oil. That's it. But in defiance of that, while it waited for more supplies coming in somehow, the oil burned 8 nights. 8 nights. It stayed lit. And because it stayed lit, it empowered the Hebrew people. It gave them a power beyond, because it was the hope of that light staying lit. I kind of look at it like, I don't know if you've ever seen that Seinfeld episode with Kramer and the used car salesman. So he went to go buy a used car, and they went on a test drive. And so they're driving the car, and they're going quite far, and the car is starting to run out of gas. So the salesman looked at Kramer and he was like, we should probably pull over, get some gas, and go back to the dealership. And Kramer just kind of looked at him. He's like, no, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. I mean, I can't do Kramer. And so this salesman's like, okay, let's keep going. Let's just do it. So they're driving and they're driving and they're driving and they're running out of gas. At one point, Kramer and the car salesman are holding hands like this up in the air, and they're driving, and he's like, we're still doing it. We're still making it. And then it runs out of gas, and I think Kramer runs, and the car salesman's sitting there. But anyways, it lasted longer. It lasted longer than it should have lasted. We are on quite an adventure with Gavin right now, by the way. Gavin he's going through parking lots. He's back alleys. You know, look, we don't know what the hell is happening here. He's next we're going to see some fucking parkour. No, don't. He's going to hurt himself. Look, he's going to try jumping over something, and that would be it. The phone crashes. Shit, we don't need that tonight. Don't hurt yourself. But I am delighted Gavin is here as well. So basically, the moral of the story, you don't need a lot of power, resources, or energy. You just enough to light the first flame. So just enough energy. We were oppressed. We survived. Let's eat. Oh, that's the Jewish version. So the Hebrew version is we were oppressed. We survived. Let's eat. I like that kind of mentality. Hey, we've got Blaine Hilton. Welcome, Blaine, to Highly Motivated. It is good to have you here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. And we have AJ. I was going to say AJ. Welcome, AJ. Highly motivated. I am really jazzed tonight. Great energy. I think what I needed was a recharge. You know, I needed a birthday, and I needed, you know, and we went out for sushi to Momoyaki. I think we went to Momoyaki in Gainesville. They do Korean barbecue and some beautiful kimchi, and they do lovely sushi, amongst other things. They're quite a fancy place, I tell you. I think it was Momoyaki or Momoyoto. It was Momoyoto or Momoyaki. It was a Momo. It was one of the momos, and they did great. Beautiful food. Family all came. We all had a beautiful. Everybody ate. Everybody enjoyed. It was great energy. And then today's kind of been bittersweet. So I took one of my children to the bus station. And that was hard. I mean, he's fucking 22. Yeah, he's a grown man. He's going to be fine. But right now he's traveling to Houston, Texas. And on the bus, I was going to drive him, but I'm busy right now. I'm busy. I'm going towards the end of the year. That's another maybe surprise that I'm going to Texas at the beginning of the year. That should be some crazy shit, y'all. Some crazy shit. Anyways, my son right now is on a Flix bus, Greyhounds. And he is traveling the long way he's traveling to Houston. I think they took him to Georgia, Atlanta, and then Mobile. And then from Mobile, he is going into Houston. I hope he does not miss his transfer at 1:30 in the morning. That's my only worry. I hope he doesn't miss it. But it was hard. You know, it was getting to a certain point in your life where your kids start to leave, right? And they have... And it's not only that you trust them, or you have to trust them, but you have to be able to let go. And I'm a helicopter parent. I have held on very tightly to all my children because the world is harsh and it's hard on people. You know, and this people, for example, this human, this son of mine, he's a good kid, good heart, you know? Good at trusting people, not good at knowing who to trust, but trusting people, loving, being a considerate individual. And that's a fucking amazing thing. You know, just to be authentically kind, to be kind, not for anything in return, just because that's who the person is. So those people are easily taken advantage of when they don't harden up a bit. And he's like a gentle giant, tall. He looks like a Viking. He does. Fucking Viking. So he's off on his journey to Texas. And he wants to put his roots down. He wants to YouTube. He wants to, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. The shit he was telling me on the way to the bus this morning. I'm like, really? Is this your plan? And he looks at me right in the face. Yeah, that's my plan. Like, that's your plan. God help us all. That's his plan. So I'm very excited for him. His journey he's right now, he's traveling as we speak. He's on a big smelly bus, carving out the beginnings of his own adventure away from dad. Let me see. Oh, we've got Kompeng. Welcome to Highly Motivated. It's good to have you here. And Kompeng, if you've never been to the show before, I call you out so others can know you as well. Because we're going live right now on LinkedIn, Facebook. Well, Facebook, I don't think Facebook's got me live. I think Facebook restricts me from going live. I think tonight we're on talky-talk. I don't know. I would be very excited to find that shit out. I think we are on talky-talk. Wow. Of course, you notice I haven't smoked yet. I haven't talky-talked. Only because I wanted to wait at least 30 minutes before I got kicked off of TikTok. It seems like every time I got on TikTok, no matter what, I was always kicked off. I might be even kicked off right now. We don't know what's going on. And I don't know what my TikTok, it could be like Agent Orin. Or maybe I don't know what it is. I don't know. But it's exciting. I'm excited right now, knowing that we're on something new as well. So again, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, TikTok, YouTube, Insta-cha-cha. Wow. That is a lot of places to be going live at the same time. And that's all of us, all of our shared energy. So wherever you are coming in from, you're part of it. You're part of the wave. You are. You may not realize it, but you're part of the wave. Gavin, are you feeling like part of the wave?
I am feeling part of the wave.
He is feeling part of the wave. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. That's fa- So you're driving. Pay attention to driving.
I am.
Just, you know.
I am. Like,
Not saying you're a bad driver. I'm going to break into some of this Jewish gelt, this chocolate money. And I guess the sweetness of the chocolate money look, tonight, somebody was like, so what does it stand for? Like, well, the chocolate, it's sweet. You know, bringing on a new year, bringing on new good energy, and whatnot. And then, so why is it money? I go, because we're Jewish. But I don't think that's why it is. Because that's like, you know, that's really bad. Well, that's really good. No, chocolate's good. I eat that chocolate for everybody tonight. Maybe you eat a piece of chocolate. Maybe everybody, if you can, if you're not allergic to it, if you're not allergic to chocolate, everybody find a little piece of chocolate somewhere at some point before you go to bed. Give yourself at least an hour before laying down if you're eating chocolate. Even though it'll probably take your body the entire night to process the sugar. I don't know what's going on. These are delicious. And if you want to laugh, so the money that I'm eating, the chocolate money, is like a US, what is it? Like a US, it's like $1. It's like $1 piece. It's like $1, but it's chocolate. And what does that tell you? What holidays, do you guys get chocolate money in your holidays, like at Christmas or Diwali or Yuletide? Technically, Lunar New Year would be called, it's the New Year based on lunar calendar. And next year, it's on the 17th of February, but coincides with the first new moon happens in the new year. Ooh, thank you, Troublesome Red. That does sound fantastic. So it's the new year based on, so lunar new year is the new year based on lunar calendar. And next year it's on the 17th of February. So the 17th of February next year is the lunar new year, not the one that has been created by the combined us, but instead the lunar new year. Very exciting. We see, we grow and roast our own chocolate here on the farm. Do you? Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm finding out Exotic Alchemy over here on the Insta Cha-Cha. By the way, you can follow me on the Insta Cha-Cha, O420X, O420X. That's my handle. So Exotic Alchemy is mentioning that we grow and roast our own chocolate on the farm. Oh, wow. I bet that's very exciting. I bet the smell in the air, it's like a musical. I mean, do you dance around a lot? Do you find yourselves like I was gonna say Mary Poppins, but no. You know, the sound of music. No? Okay. Oh. All right, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. This is the one. I normally go get the avocado. I love the avocado. It's delicious. It's refreshing. It's light, and it kind of, you know, it wakes up the system a little bit. And I like the avocado. But what I've come down to my protein, good for me, not so good for me, but probably better than other things that I'm drinking, shake. And when I'm close to a place, I do it. I go get one. So this is the Mocha Madness with added avocado. That avocado with the chocolate, the smoothest, most delicious chocolate you'll ever have in your life. If you've never tried this, but wait, don't stop there. Also have them add a little bit of collagen. Collagen is good for the bones. It's good for the skin. It's good for the hair. It is. It is. So you should do a little bit of it. All right, let me see. So anyways, that's my mixture. Mocha Madness, added avocado, added collagen. Only available at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And you have to ask them. Very nice. Okay. Delicious. I'm trying to stay healthy, trying to eat healthier. We're coming into the new year. It's racing upon us. Do you feel that? Like the energy of it? It's coming in quickly. The new year is almost here. And I'm just saying, it's fast. It's lightning kind of stuff. Okay, let me see what we got going on over here. I want to see if we're on the tiki-talker. I don't think we are. So yesterday was my birthday. I told you about the wife's and the present. The butt pillow. The butt pillow. I think, but you know something? She's amazing. She's amazing. And tonight, the first night of Hanukkah, I wanted to say, the gift I really opened was already the gift that I have. The gift I've always had, my wife. The best gift of them all. Actually, I married her because she cooked so good. Listen, she got right to my stomach. She knew the way to a man's heart is directly to his stomach. No, it was love at first sight. We actually had a moment once in our lives. We were running at each other in a very long, narrow washateria in an apartment complex that we both shared. But we didn't know that we shared it. And that was what was something, but we didn't even know each other yet. It was actually a very heartwarming story of me coming out of my apartment so high. Oh my God, just clouds would come out and follow me. I smoked so much back then. And as I came out, you know, she was sunbathing at the pool. This is how I first saw her. And I was like, look, I mean, when you're young, I understand that the eyes pull you into people. I mean, it'd be great if their personality pulled you in, or if their vibe pulled you in, or if their energy did. And maybe their energy has something to do with it, you know? But originally it was the eyes, it was the bikini. It was like, hey, how you doing? Just saying, nice to meet you. But this was so long ago. Isn't it wild how the beautiful things that she does for me, like the butt pillow she bought me, or possibly a tank of oxygen so I can walk faster. But it gives me those laughs. It helps me remember those early times. You know, when we were running from one end of and so here's what happened. We had met already a year before. This is the crazy part. We were already talking. And then September 11th came. September 11th, where the World Trade Centers were hit by two different planes. I got my own conspiracy theories. I'm not going to even talk about it right now. I don't even know how other buildings came down. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense how the one building came down. Okay. Look. We're simple. I'm simple. I simply did math. You do simple math and it doesn't make sense. Okay. But that being said, we met. We said goodbye on that day, and then we saw each other again September 11th, the following year, in an apartment complex on the other side of town. She was doing her laundry. I was coming in to do my laundry, and all I remember is her like kicking a basket to the side, and her hair was flowing, and she was running at me, and I must have thrown my clothing, and I was running and sprinting, and I might have stubbed my toe. I'm just not sure. I think that's what stopped my whole running thing. And I was like, Angie? And she's like, Oren? I was like, it's like Kismet. But those things, it's like her buying me a butt pillow helps me see those energies, you know? See those days of such new joy, new hope and excitement and authenticity and great stuff like that. So anyways, I've talked about the butt pillow a lot tonight. I must really be enjoying this cushioning, floating feeling that my tuchus is on. Wow. Okay. Moving right along. Obviously, I've been complaining about a lot of things, and I'm going to be getting a lot more gifts, and all of them are going to be directed at the complaints that I have had over. That's rough, man. So that's but I always get, I get like a combined set of gifts from the birthday to Hanukkah, but I'll take it, and it's so great that I feel loved, and that was a big deal. I'm like, that was a big deal. Okay, let me get to the most important. I was gonna do the Hanukkah candle blessing and just kind of show you what we do, but we don't make this about religion. But I just to do it for a moment. And this is the prayer we do as we light the candle. I won't do the English translation, I'll just do it in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu leadlik ner shel Chanukah. Amen. All right, that's one of the prayers, and then there's a prayer you say for the first night of it. And then you got some great songs like dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I forgot the rest of the words. I put it in an oven, it got hard, and then I play. Okay. But holidays are all of us, It's great energy. And right after the lighting of the first candle, I came right in here to start the show. Ange told me something strange. I don't know if it's real, but you're not, maybe it is. I don't know. But she says you're not supposed to light the candles until you can see 3 stars in the sky. I'm like, no, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of it. But you know something? She is Mensa. She is genius. She does have like super high IQ. And if she's heard something, she retains. And she's like AI. She fact checks. and double checks, and her brain just kind of comes to it and goes, no, this is this is, it's fact, this is real, I've heard this shit. I'm like, okay, excellent. So I'm telling you what I have heard. You cannot light the first candles until you see 3 stars in the sky. That then signifies you are now in the nighttime. Does that sound like something, Gavin? That sounds like some serious shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So Gavin is authenticating it. Gavin says, yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it sounds absolutely right. So Gavin has authenticated it.
About the 3-star thingies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I really don't know.
Well, but wait, you've gone and authenticated some shit. What are you talking about here? It takes a little while, but I am high as shit. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. So, really? That's interesting. Maybe that's why I'm in such a giddy mood? So, I made cannabis kimchi. And I took out the cannabis kimchi from the big fermenter, and I transferred it to a bunch of smaller mason jars that I sterilized first, of course. We were very clean. But there was a lot extra, so Angie made a beautiful kafta kebab, just delicious with a gorgeous tzatziki sauce, and then we had the cannabis kimchi on the side of it. So I didn't feel as though you get high when you eat raw cannabis. But this is not raw cannabis. This has been fermented. So because it's been fermented, I fermented it first, and then it sat in that lacto fermentation for like, it's been, I don't know how long. How long has it been since I told you on the other show? I mean, it's still doing its thing. But it was time to transfer it. I'm keeping it in the fridge. I'm not letting it go overboard on its fermentation. I'm trying to keep it contained. So the cannabis kimchi tastes like weed. Like some weed. Tastes like weedy weed. Like not like regular weed, but like weedy weed. That is some good shit. It is some tasty, but the flavors have really come together in a very cannabis-centric kind of ensemble. I mean, you taste all the different flavors of what's going on in there. The Savoy cabbage, the onions, the garlic, the sauces, the gochujang, whatever they call it. I think gochujang. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's so good. And then, as an after flavor, you got the cannabis. But the cannabis really overwhelms the entire thing. It's amazing. I wonder if anybody can hear me. No, I don't want to be yelling across the house and be like, bring me a thing of kimchi. wait, let me just see. Is there anybody out there? You're out? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, would you bring me a small thing of the kimchi so I may show off our unified kimchi progress? I'm speaking of the cannabis kimchi, and so I got a message from one of the participants in our testing of the cannabis kimchi, and they said it takes a while, but I'm high as shit. Thank you very much. So right here, Angie. I think this is Angie. Thank you, baby. Mwah. All right. Now look at this. This is it. Let me just show you what's going on here. It's been transferred into a smaller container. There's carrots, garlic, radishes. There's seaweed in this shit. Seaweed. Look, I'm telling you. And look, you know what that is? That's cannabis. Right there, that is some bud. Right there, you see that? Look at that. That is like some buddy bud. That is some delicious bud. Look at this. Look, you got garlic in here. I want to, wait, okay. I'm just going to give it a little smell. Wait, it's Sealed. Is it sealed? It's sealed. I'm just gonna leave it be for a moment. I'm probably gonna open it. It's so good. It's so good. Look, okay, so this right here, and there's jalapeno slivers in there. There's jalapeno slivers, um, uh, green onions, Savoy cabbage, carrots, pear. It's like an Asian pear, and it keeps a little bit of crisp, but it takes on all the flavor. So it's not sweet at all. When you get it, you're like, oh, that's very interesting. There's a myriad. I can't give you all the beautiful ingredients, but there are many ingredients. And this is the cannabis kimchi. It pops. So I guess I can open it. Ooh. Oh, that is rocking. Here, look at that. You see that? You see what that's on top? That's bud. You see that bud? Right when I open that container, there are 2 big nugs just juiced and soaked with some radishes and ginger and garlic. And this right here will cure any sickness. So I've also been informed, which I didn't think it was possible, but I've been informed that possibly this will also get you high as fuck. I don't know if that's the case, but I think with eating it, you don't get that euphoria. You don't get that, you're not getting a traditional entourage effect. What you're doing is you are balancing your body. What you are doing is you are balancing the entire, biome, like the entire, one second, bring them back here. There we go. You are balancing the whole thing, right? Can of kimchi, very nice. Well, thank you. We fermented the cannabis first. The cannabis went through its own fermentation process. Oh shit, what happened? It's like he disappeared on me. Hold on. We got him back. Here we go. We've got you back. Welcome. All right. Okay. So, but yes, this is, I don't know what the fuck I was just talking about. Yes. Let me see, can of kimchi. I feel like white rhino would meld well with the kimchi. Very savory terps. So this is a kush, I believe, an OG kush or something of that nature. No, it's apple fritter. But I ate the piece before turning it into kimchi. But now, once it goes into the kimchi, the cannabis, let me tell you, look at this. Did you see it? Oh, smell that. Smell that absolute deliciousness.
Oh, yeah. That smells good.
Oh my God, smell that. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I got some secret stuff. I did some secret methods. And there's been, no mold, nothing like that. Even the cabbage had gone through a salting. You salt it and then you rinse it. You salt it and let it sit for at least minimum 2 hours because you want it to bring the moisture out and the salt in. This is what's going to preserve it when it's going to go into places like this. I've really started getting into this whole fermenting thing. Angie says she thinks it's like my hobby. Like, how you find something you really enjoy, something you love doing, but I like doing it with cannabis. So I think I told you guys in the last episode, the cannabis juice. So doing it as a kimchi, I did it a little bit differently. I did a fermentation of the cannabis buds the same way I would prepare the Savoy or the Napa cabbage. 2 excellent choices, if I may add. So I salted them and I let them sit together. And so then we rinsed them off very nicely and started packing them in the large fermentation jar, which we took it all out. And that's why I have a couple of jars of can of kimchi gold. Sure. It's so good. Look, I had a beautiful kimchi yesterday at the Macchiato. Macchiato. It's in Gainesville. It's a South Korean and Japanese, or Japanese South Korean. So it's Japanese and it's South Korean. Macchiato. Motovato. Mono something. Damn it, I can't tell you what it is now because I just don't know. So, anyways, let's go back to this because this is absolutely fantastic. I would love to do a giveaway and give away some kimchi. What do you think? Would that be a pretty good gift? Oh, it's beautiful. Like, what am I touching? I'm touching something. Is it leaking? No. It could be. I was like shaking it around the whole place. I don't know. I'm just gonna tighten it for a moment there. Let's put that there. Gorgeous stuff, y'all. Okay, I don't know what the hell I was talking about before the cannabis kimchi. I got into that and yeah, fantastic. Already an excellent evening. Great smoke sesh. Gavin's coming back from a festival of lights. He's been driving.
Like 25 minutes away from home.
We're proud of you. Listen, you're doing a great job. You pay attention to that road. This is Florida driving you're dealing with. Difficult shit. Yeah. You know, I mentioned earlier, today is bittersweet. So currently my son is still traveling. Just checking to see if there's any updates, making sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. I can confirm this gets me high as shit. There are no other messages. Well, that is good. That means we just see bus to bus. Everything's going fine. Great. Look at that. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. All right. So tonight we are live on multiple channels. We are also live on the TikTok. I just don't know how to confirm that. I'm pretty sure we are live on the TikTok. I don't know. I put it in the thing. I put it in the thing, and the thing said that it was doing what it was supposed to do. So I don't know how to find me. Look, I don't know how to find me on the TikTok. And I don't know if there is. If I have that. Yeah, I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna do a quick. Oh, wait. Do I have it? No. Get it. Okay. Wait. We're just gonna. Oh, okay. There we go. We're just. I didn't know I didn't have it on this phone. So we'll get it on this phone, and then we will verify before I start smoky talky. Because from what I understand, I can smoky talky, but I can't do it on the screen. Is that right? Gavin, you know the tiki-talker. Tell me about it.
I don't know tiki-talky.
You don't know tiki-talker. You're my resident expert at the moment. What the hell's going on over there?
Well, I don't.
Do you need to phone a friend? I mean,
3 years. I haven't had TikTok.
So I mean, okay. So you have no clue. Excellent work there. Excellent work.
Sorry, or...
No, it's fine. Whatever.
I have no TikTok, no Instagram.
You know something? You know. I guess I was something that was my fault though, because I said, all right, look, he's younger than I am. He's younger, so I am just associating age with the association of understanding social media or these different mediums of attention grabbing stuff. And so anyways, in that, I'm opening up the Talk of Tick, or the Tick of Talk. Oh, I've got to log in. Well, shut up. Can I just not at the moment? Damn it. Okay, fine. This is bloody annoying. Yes, of course, yes. Continue. Yes, of course, yes. You see me? Yes, do it. Continue. Oh, I guess it was already doing it, and I was just pointing at things. All right, whatever. So what I'm doing really quickly, I'm jumping into the Talk of Tick or the Tick of Talk. We're just gonna see. Yeah, continue. Hello. Let's go. Come on. It's so long. I didn't know it takes this long. I thought everything in the future now is supposed to be quick. Now I have to get Identity. I have to do this. I have to verify. Yeah, okay. All right, this is ridiculous. In the middle of a show. Is that it? I think I put the wrong code. Who knows? I don't give a shit. So we're doing that live on the show. No, I don't want to go through this bullshit. What is this? I'm just trying to look at something. All right. Don't allow. What is this? Now I'm getting beeps all over the place. I'm just trying to see if I'm there. Okay. No, I don't. Shh. Now it's too loud. Now you're too. What's going on? Oh my God. This is too much for me to handle right now. I can't do this and this. It's okay, but we're going to do it. I'm doing it live. All right. I'm doing it live. Okay. All right. Okay. How do I search? Isn't there a search thing? Why do they not make this easy? Okay, here we go. Okay. Wow, this is hard. You may like, I don't know what's going on there. So I was going to say 0420, but maybe it's Agent Oren. Agent, nope. Agent, wait. Okay, I don't even know how to spell my own name right now, people. Don't even know how to spell my own name. All right, I am doing great. I can't see anything. I don't even know what I'm typing. Oh, I did find me. Oh, that was cool. Okay, and am I live? Obviously, it would tell me if I was live. And at the moment, I guess I'm not. Nope. All right, well, I have verified that I am not live. Okay. This is too much. Sorry. Not sorry. I wanted to check and see if one of our new links are working. But it looks like Stealth, welcome, highly motivated. It looks like I've just gone through an entire roller coaster and I've taken you all with me. But I'm not sorry. I'm not. I take it back because I wanted you to go on this journey of TikTok discovery. And I thought we were live. I thought we were, in that next generation of broadcasting. But no, instead, it's probably something I did. Instead, let's talk about kimchi. No, and by the way, this might be a new revolution in cannabis. I do feel, I've eaten a lot of cannabis kimchi tonight. And I don't think it's ever been done. Has it ever been done? Has it ever been done in the history of history that there's ever been a cannabis kimchi? Are we declaring the first cannabis kimchi? No, I'm sure this shit's been done. I'm quite sure other people have done other similar things like sauerkrauts or krauts or other fermentations using cannabis leaves, sugar leaves. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure. Here. Lucid. A strange question for the evening. Has a cannabis kimchi ever been done in the history of history? Because I feel as though our creation of the cannabis kimchi might be a history first right here on Highly Motivated. Okay, very excited. I don't think we're first. I don't, because I think this is actually a great question. Strange in the best way. Short answer, there is no well-documented, traditional, or historically recorded dish called cannabis kimchi. So no, it does not exist in the canon of Korean culinary history, the way cabbage kimchi, radish kimchi, or medicinal herb kimchi do. Ooh, medicinal herb kimchi. That's got to be ginger and shit like that. But no, we're going to find out. We're going to dive into that. So, which means what you're feeling is valid. You may very well be standing at the first of its kind moment. Tonight on Highly Motivated, a first of its kind moment. You are here for it. You are part of it. Holy shit. We are doing this together, y'all. All of us together. You're here. You are part of it. We're doing this, y'all. A very first of its kind moment, at least in any documented or intentional or culinary cannabinoid way, but I believe it makes it much more bioavailable. I say that because, look, let me see. I even see exotic alchemy. That would certainly make the cannabinoids more bioavailable while retaining their acidic chain. Okay. Okay. But look, we're here at a moment in history. So, Angie, if she was in here as well, she'd be up, putting her leg up on the chest, saying, yes, me, Angie as well. Angie, are you awake still? That's amazing. She's out there somewhere, so I'm giving shared credit for the cannabis kimchi because it was actually Angie's idea. It was totally her idea. She came up with it. She actually came up with the fermentation idea of cannabis. So doing it through like a lacto fermentation. So you are doing a different kind of cure to the bud and to the leaves. But Angie came up with the fermentation idea, and then together we've turned it into the cannabis kimchi. And wow, what this one right here has even got seaweed in it. It's got little jalapeno slivers, very tiny bit, not very much, very tiny bit. But totally some delicious stuff going on over here. Okay, I'm pretty excited. I've got Guga. Guga, welcome. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show tonight. Guga is joining us over here on the Insta Cha-Cha. Even just for a moment, Guga's part of the whole show now. Exotic Alchemy is like, I'd purchase some. That would certainly make, look, I was telling participants of the trial run. I mean, I've been tasting it along the way, but tonight we all kind of ate a really large portion of the cannabis kimchi. Like we were digging in, it was delicious. I mean, the food that was made tonight, the kafta kebab, fantastic. With lamb, beautiful lamb, a beautiful lamb, kafta kebab. Angie knocked it out of the park tonight. Beautiful stuff. She did a great job. Oh, look, I'm excited. I think food really kind of excites that inner authenticity because authentically we get excited about food, but good food, certain thing, right? And she did a great job from the first bite. It's like, oh, this is delicious. From the first bite, you're like, this is lovely stuff. What's that?
What did she make again? A kebab?
She made kafta kebab. So like a kebab, but a lamb kebab. And there's certain things that are mixed into the meat, and then they're made into like a kebab. Yeah. But she did like meatballs. Because if you make like the kebab, the kafta, the kebab, it looks like it looks like, I'm not gonna even mention what it would look like, but that's what they look like. Like the traditional way of doing it, it looks like something that might have been dropped in the pool. But if you make it into a meatball, it looks like a fucking meatball. Not a meatball, it looks like a round ball of meat. It looks like a round ball of meat as opposed to another kind of shaped piece of meat. Though. But it was delicious. And we took the meatball, the large meatball, we cracked it open. We took one end and we dipped it into the beautiful lemony Greek yogurt mixture, gorgeous stuff. And then we topped it with the cannabis kimchi. Bloody beautiful. I mean, deliciousness in a bite. Yum.
Man, I can't wait for that one.
Now I'm kind of feeling a butterfly from my stomach up my body. But is that because my body is balancing, or is that gas? It could be gas. That could be like some gas. I don't know. So I heard. I'm not gonna say from who. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying who. I'm just saying I've heard from somebody that if you eat the cannabis kimchi and if you fart, pass gas. It smells like weed. Like like it smells like some super dank. It's like the diggity dank. It is the dankest of the dank of the diggity dank. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Incredibly funny stuff. And now I'm not sure if I had smelled that too, and it was like, oh, who's smoking this? Who's smoking some loveliness? But as it processes through the body, it turns into the diggity dank. So if you pass the gas, you'll be passing the gas. You know. So I mean, would that mean it goes through like a decarboxylation process? Does that mean it's going through the body and it's like doing changes and shit? Like live in the body? Is that changing to like many different cannabinoids? And are they getting into the bloodstream and bonding to the... Is that why I feel giddy? Like I don't feel high. Look, I haven't smoked yet at all. Normally, I'm already smoky toky, everybody. I'm at least like a good 2 joints in at this point. And I have a very healthy diggity doink. A doinky doink. A doink a doink. It's definitely a 2 grammer, a 2.5 grammer. And it's a healthy 2.5 grammer. But I have not lit it. Oh no, I have not. At all. But I'm feeling very high. Like entouraged, lifted. Could that be the cannabis kimchi? Could it be? Wow. Yo, I'm loving this wave of excitement that I feel. I feel like a wave, but you know what it is as well? It's the first night of Hanukkah, it's family, it's love, it's hugs, it's singing together, it's manifesting the positivity of life together and giving gratitude, giving thanks, and that's good energy that comes at you. You know what's interesting? My back was kind of hurting earlier. It now tickles a little bit, like it's not hurting. Oh, I can move a little bit. Oh, I can move. Maybe I should have done that. Got too excited, too fast. All right, we'll just, ooh, what is that? Don't even know what that is. Should have that checked out. Okay. Oh, let me see, top of the week. Yes, Stealth, welcome. Welcome to Highly Motivated. It's good to have you on the show tonight. I started the show talking about the first night of Hanukkah, but it's a combination, not just one event. It's a combination of all of our events coming together, all being the festivals of lights, like Diwali and Hanukkah and Christmas, festivals of light, or of the lights. So it's amazing how we bring those all together. It's amazing how they all come together. But yes, top of the new week. It's Sunday. Oh, also we're talking about rescheduling, but the negativity of rescheduling, or the negative side effects of rescheduling. Also, Stealth, you weren't here, but my first night of Hanukkah present that my wife has given me, the first night of Hanukkah is the butt pillow, or the donut pillow for my tuchus, but it's the butt pillow. So this year she has gotten me gifts because she's listened to me throughout the year and all the complaining that I do about my butt hurting. So, yeah.
I might lose y'all here
I
in a
think
minute, Warren.
What's that?
I might lose y'all here in a few minutes. I'm going through.
Oh, we understand. Hey, listen. How about you do this? You give us a shout back when you get to a safe spot.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. All right, so we had Gavin over there, and Gavin was on the road, bringing our energy on the road, traveling with highly motivated. Gavin, be safe, be careful, take your time. Tonight we've been talking about this cannabis kimchi, and you are all here for it. This is a kimchi first. It's never been done, but I am going to ask what the culinary. Wait, here it is. It's valid, but there was a medicinal herb kimchi. So let's find out what's going on there. But I do want to tell you, look, kimchi is ancient, and it's always been a good preservation technology, probiotic medicine. It's a survival food. Now with cannabis added. But remember, the cannabis also went through a fermentation process, which I don't know if anybody's actually fermented cannabis in that nature. I want to say we're doing it first here. We're crossing barriers. Right here in Highly Motivated. Record the show, put it out there so everybody knows, because you can't patent kimchi. But we did it first. I don't know. Every show now is like, hi, welcome to Highly Motivated with Oregonji. And the people who did cannabis kimchi first. Oh, funny stuff. Real medicinal kimchi. Landrace kimchi sounds magical. Landrace kimchi. That sounds super fantastic. Let me see. I've got a Lakhan Sonawan. Welcome. Highly motivated. This is good stuff. I had a couple of good bites of this cannabis kimchi, and I am feeling absolutely no pain right now. None. Fantastic energy. But it's not like mental. It's coming up from like my core, like my stomach. I could feel it. Like you ate too much. No, I feel giddy. I feel lightweight. I feel whole. I might be high. Listen, I this shit has to come with a disclaimer. It tastes really good. Just go easy. No, it's fine. It's fine. Wow. That is wild. I'm going to have to definitely check on all the participants. I'm going to have to check on all the participants and be like, listen, how are you doing? Ange has got like the strongest tolerance out of everybody. She's like Cheech and Chong put together. And, but no, kimchi, it's so medicinal roots, seaweed. I did use seaweed, fermented seafoods. I used gochujang and shrimp paste or fermented shrimp, bitter leaves for health. I guess the cannabis. Now, cannabis's history, it's been eaten, it's been juiced, fermented in drinks, tonics, or pastes. So in a drink, a tonic, or a paste, it's been fermented. Used medicinally in Asia for millennia. First, I want to know, how the hell are they fermenting it for a drink? So how do ferment in a drink? So for a drink or a tonic, how are they fermenting it? Unless, of course, they're using cannabis in a not concentrate, but like in the drops, put a few drops of the cannabis. It's used medicinally in Asia for millennia, of course. Hemp seed, not the flower, has been used in Korean cooking, Chinese medicine, oils, porridges, cakes. But here's the key distinction, the missing link. There is no historical record of cannabis leaf or flower intentionally lacto-fermented. We're doing a first? Shut up. But nothing. And intentionally lacto-fermented as a kimchi preparation for cannabinoid probiotic synergy. That intersection simply doesn't show up in texts, recipes, or food anthropology. I am high as shit. Yo, I am sitting here and I'm feeling that whole, man, the way it starts kind of getting into your body and just, you feel all right. You feel all right. I don't sing unless I'm high. I really don't usually. And the only thing I haven't smoked anything. I had the cannabis kimchi. This is it's quite the thing. I am, listen. Wow, feeling okay. Oh, we've got Christopher here. 1 second. Thank you for joining, Chris. Stealth, welcome to Highly Motivated.
Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Top of the week to you.
Top of the week. He's right. Sunday is the end and the beginning. So, how is your weekend? How is the energy around you?
In this world of AI, my normal gig is, besides the Stealth Time Machine project, trying to create a TV show and a novel and all that, my full-time gig is a software developer, developing web applications, things in JavaScript, but I also develop data engineering and data science type things, which is like a lot of the machine learning stuff. But some of it's more basic than that. It's like, oh, we got some data and we need to fit it together. And usually the stuff just fits together, right? And then there's like a funnel where if everyone else couldn't figure it out on their own, it comes back to me. And then I have to be the one that actually is the evil genius that like puts it all together. And I'm like, well, if we do this, and this, and that, we put it together this way, then we can put it together. So I feel fortunate that, in this world, you hear about the jobs and the layoffs in tech. I'm not per se in tech, but I do tech. I don't work for a tech company. I work for a staffing agency.
But so many times it happens towards the end of the year. There are so many layoffs.
That too. There's so many
layoffs.
And
why is it they do it when it's the hardest time of the year to be laid off, going into a new year, new positivity, new energy, and you're going in like that? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to sound conspiracy, but doesn't that feel like almost like a programmed?
It definitely is. If you look at business, they're based on quarters. So first, second, third, fourth quarter, they divide the year into 4. The end of the year is important. They're trying to make things look good for their investors and their stock price. A lot of these big tech companies, Microsoft, Google, Meta, I don't know, all the way down the list, they're big public corporations, right? But I've been in even I've been laid off a few times in my career, let's say, and it's always been money. It's always a money thing. It's never like your skills are not good enough or something like that. So feel fortunate. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be one thing if they were like, man, you're just really not that good at doing this job. But it's always like, nah, because of money, we got to let you go, Yeah.
So that's a lot of, so I work contracts, and a lot of my contracts are yearly contracts. Luckily I get extended sometimes, but during the holidays, all my contracts end. During the holidays, it's like, listen, you're an expense.
Right. It's the year end. You're doing
it's not the job you do. You do a great job. We gotta tighten up some numbers.
Right. We don't have the money to spend on that right now. Right. That's people take things personally.
No, and so before working for myself, I used to, because I worked in a lot of different companies that, look, I did catering, while getting through school or doing other things, I was a freight forwarder, I was a salesman. I was a million different jobs, and I loved all of them because I love that. Look, I worked in tech, so I went to my computer career. I wanted to get into tech, but I already knew tech. I was already doing programming. And then I got into their assistant programming and IT department, and then I was their head of IT. And then, and then I just, but here's the thing. When it comes to computer work, when it comes to programming, look, it's great stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I wasn't excited.
Right.
But it's regular work and it pays good. And something? It pays good because the shit's not exciting. It pays good because you got to have eyes for it. I got no fucking eyes anymore. I can't fucking see anything. I'm fucking blind.
There's a certain desire you have to and I learned it early on back in the 80s when I first started doing this was everything looks good on paper and you get all this technology, but then you find out it doesn't all work as well as it should. You blew a fuse or this piece overheats, or especially in those earlier days. Nowadays things
meant
are
a lot, right, to keep things cool and that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's one of the things. So you learn that you have this drive to see a system that's not working right, and you want it to work right. You want to fix it, right? That's part of it. I think there's different islands of tech. There's the IT department, which is running the networking and the Microsoft Office and installing all your software and off-the-shelf stuff, setting up your computer, sending out a laptop, whatever. But then there's obviously the software development, which is like you're actually writing programs, and I do the actual writing program stuff, but I do the other tech too. I do it all, basically. I would define that as like, an executive role.
But that's, but that's the thing. You're hands-on, and when you're in tech, you do everything. In tech, look, you're doing network shit. You're doing back-end stuff. You're doing some. I heard you say Python and some JavaScript.
Yeah, it's mostly JavaScript. I don't want to learn Python, but I have to work with a team.
Something else.
I need to help lead it. I need to help lead a team that is working with Python because they're doing data engineering and things like that.
It's crazy stuff. Look, and you start getting your head into it. It's like the right answer is backwards.
Right. And
that's like
it's
something
funny.
I was like, look at it backwards. Like, what are you talking about?
A lot of my positions, I've had a couple positions where I was the in charge, of the people, and they reported to me. But more or less, most of my career has been very soft, influential skills, which is, like I said, everybody else looks at it, all else fails, they come back to me, and I'm like, look, maybe if we do this, this, and this, we can put it together. And people are like, yeah, he sounds right, and it's like a soft influence, right? There's soft power and hard power. Hard power is your boss pays your paycheck, and the soft power is like, you can influence people to do the right thing, let's say. And sometimes that soft power doesn't work, and the hard power is like, we don't care what you think. Shut up. You know what I mean?
And
those are toxic situations.
But
right?
they are. And so when you find the authentic approach. All right, there was a movie where a guy wasn't trying at all, and he kept getting promoted. It's like he stopped giving a shit, and they started promoting him.
Was that Office Space? Is that the one?
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's something about that. There's something
work an hour.
That. Right.
He took down his cubicle wall. Remember that?
The guy was like pushing and pushing and pushing to do so much, and nobody ever noticed him. Till finally he just had like a breakdown. And he just shows up. Right? Yeah. And he's like, I'm not gonna fucking do anything. I don't care. He knocks down the cubicle wall. He took somebody's stapler and gave it to this guy, and he goes, stapler. But this being hysterical, it's satire. But it's the truth. It's satire.
Yeah,
it's making fun, but it's reality. If you stop giving a shit about the outcome and just enjoy your life.
I'm fortunate I work at home now the past 5-6 years. Before then, I worked in an office. It was attached to a lab, and I worked there for about 5 years, and that was really cool. Because they had, laboratories there. I had access to all the medical research in the world for free. I could just do searches and stuff. It was pretty.
You didn't leave yourself a back door.
No back doors. No. But again, I talk to those people now, and they're like, that I am like an expert in biobanking logistics, let's say, which is how do you manage biosamples coming in? How do you store them? How do you ship them out? And there's like a biobank, like a central hub where all these other like medical companies, they would contract with the institute I was working for, and they would biobank everything.
Wait a second.
Put it in
Are you
freezers
talking about when
and
they
stuff.
sent things out to everybody for everybody to poop in a box?
Yeah. Exactly.
So wait.
Yeah.
You know where all the poop went to? Did it go
That's
to
right.
a centrified,
That's
a
right.
central hub of poop?
So,
wow.
yeah.
Wait a second, people.
You would spit
this
on
is
things.
some deep shit, literally.
You would spit on things, and so yeah, we were the central. Even though we did the work for other people, right? Like the places you're mentioning, we would be the intake for all the samples. We would store them. We would run them.
Holy, that's a lot of poop.
You know what I mean? We would be the
But there's also a lot of
logistical.
stuff like spit.
It's like separating the science of doing the logistics of bringing the samples in, processing them, storing them, and distribution was like an outsourced function, so that these universities and stuff could just do their science. We would send them the data. If they needed actual samples, we could send that to, what was one of the other ones? You might have heard of the Allen Institute.
Of course I've heard of the Allen Institute.
They were one of the customers, I got to keep things brand friendly,
I'm glad he brought up Allen.
Yeah.
That's my last name. Now, am I part of these Allens? No.
I don't know. It's I've been around.
I don't know who the hell they are. I don't even. If I knew who they were, then I'd be like, yeah. But
I think it was
he's
that
right.
guy
I've heard the
Paul-
name before.
Yeah, Paul Allen. He created.
Paul Allen. Now that name I've
Yeah.
heard.
But that wasn't the institute I worked for. I worked for some other like
No,
renowned.
please. You don't have to. You don't have to. We understand. We didn't haze out your appearance.
Yeah, I don't have a PhD, but the place was called like the Institute for Medical Research, like the Institute, and literally they in the 50s or something they helped pioneer like how do you properly do medical research, and they trained people from around the world how to do medical research and how to biobank and analyze and do all that sort of stuff, all the stuff you see done in a lab with medical stuff.
And they send anywhere. That's where they send it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's interesting. So, all right, if you pooped in a box, he knows
probably
where
went
that
there.
box ended up.
I don't know if 23. It wasn't the big ones like 23andMe and the poop in the box one. It was smaller.
It wasn't the big ones. It wasn't the big guys. Look, the big guys, they got poop in a box.
Yeah.
23andMe, you spit in something. Listen, they got like a jar full of spit.
The last project I worked on there was brains in a box.
Oh.
And the brain has 52 regions, and people were ODing on opiates and stuff. And one of the research projects, and we're talking tens of millions of dollars. One of the research projects was, do people have a genetic or a genetic disposition to become an addict or something? And they're trying to analyze this. And I think we can see all the societal reasons why there's addiction and stuff. But this was like, why is there a biological basis for addiction? And so people would donate their bodies and their brains to science, the families would. And the project I worked on was helping catalog tissue samples from the 52 regions of the brain to put them in boxes and organize them from, they call it longitudinal, so it's over time, and it's many different people. So this was like, we had a process for how do you put brains in a box, and how do you do that exactly? It's just
if you need to know how to put brains in a box, this is the guy
right
that can let you know the proper categorized.
I know the logistics.
The logistics to put.
I'm a librarian,
in a box.
A glorified librarian
But
for
that's
managing.
something. Imagine the
Right.
each set. Wow, that is really cool. That's
It
very
seems
that's
cool,
not only very
right?
sciencey. Well,
It's
it is.
very sciencey.
It is, but in that sciencey, nobody knows that's going on in that building. Like it's not advertised. Hey,
Right. Yeah.
over here. No, brains in a box. No, that's Chris.
That's
Go to
right.
Chris. Look, anything brains in a box. He's no. Very like a librarian. Did you see the Rolodex? Shut up. Go see Chris. Brains in a box. The guy's got look,
people
sideways,
don't know,
upside down. He's got it.
I think the other interesting thing they do is, and it's Frankenstein science. Let me put it to you that way. Even though they're just doing cells in a petri dish, they're like immortalizing them and mixing them together and separating them apart and doing every kind of thing you can imagine. And some of the creepiest stuff is like they call them organoids. Well, you know, you have an organ, well, you can have an organoid, which is like a cluster of cells that are like a heart or a brain or something like that. And you know that cluster of cells that's a brain. It's like, it's a clump of cells that's like thinking, like, right? That's kind of weird, right? Like, I don't know. So I didn't get into the science part of it, just the logistics of it. Yeah.
Not the science.
Not the
just
science.
The logistics of it.
Just the logistics of it.
It does sound rather Frankensteinish.
It's totally Frankenstein.
See, look at the information he's privy to. But we're not going to say exactly the institute.
I won't say exactly where it is. I mean, people can look that up.
It's somewhere in you know, the nether regions of the Swedish areas.
They knew who they are. Well, no, I mean, we did deal with a lot of the European people, but it's like from around this area, and it's geographically located near the Philadelphia area. I'll just put it that way, you know.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool. I have to say that's you know.
I used to have to wear a lab coat sometimes, you know.
That's
so
almost,
I looked like a scientist,
it's almost,
right?
In my head, it's like
science.
it's like cloak and dagger.
You know,
like I would take days where maybe I would take a different route to work. Maybe today I'm going to be changing clothes halfway there. Right. So even though you work at home, so today you leave the house and you go to a cafe and you get some bread and you leave a piece of that bread right by the post office. Why? It's a sign. You just keep going about your day, not thinking about that bread.
So you're in sales. What do you think about that subject of you're going to a new place for the first time? Don't you notice that there's a different energy vibe when you are going to a new place for a first time, and it's like not even anywhere near you, like it's 3 states over, where you flew into that new city? That's an experience, right? And do you notice, I don't know, magic of socialization happening more in that situation than your everyday, I'm just going about my business kind of thing?
I'm glad you said that, because we manifest those moments harder and stronger and more. Why? Because we're on vacation or we're away from home. We're out of our comfort zone, but we're more confident. And in that increased confidence, you know,
yourself out there more,
you push that energy, and you're maybe more friendly because you're not in your home base, you're in someone else's, but you're playfully kind of hopping around. It's a different energy, it's a different place, but it's also how you bring yourself into it. Like me, when I go into every new business and I'm going to talk to somebody and I've never been there before, and I already know that the attitudes are going to be like, you know, retail people, you can go jump off any bridge. Like,
you're going to talk to your low level of retail pawns, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, whatever.
So you got to walk
in,
and
then the owner's
like
going to be like, dude, you're the man, you know? Like,
I open up the door, and in my head every time, and I've tried it. Like, I don't do it, and I see what happens. I do it, and people, you glow. So by telling yourself that you belong somewhere, as I open the door in my head, I belong here. I belong everywhere.
That's right.
I say that. So I belong here. I belong everywhere. It's in my head, not out loud, but there's like an energy that I carry with me, like a fucking tidal wave. And I come into a place, and it shapes. We're directly shaping.
Right. So that's interesting, right? So, and they say, read body language and stuff like that. Well, if you are cognitively aware of yourself and your environment, you can project an image of confidence that gets people noticing, right? Like if you're walking into a place and there's double doors. I remember there's a place I go to and there's double doors. Well, most people just open up one or the other door. Well, if you really want to make an entrance, you can like open up both doors and be like, and just look around. Hey, everybody.
Well, I've heard there were tricks to it where you stand by a doorway and you lean on the doorway and you
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You're intentionally creating body language to change other people's perspectives and the vibe in the room or whatever. I
A
don't know.
lot of times you naturally project it as you manifest it in. And I say that, that's why when I open the door, it's the open the door trick for anything. I'm walking into a room, I'm opening a proverbial door.
Right. And you're reading the
I
room.
belong here,
and
I belong everywhere, and you become something else. So it is in body language. It is in,
Right.
I guess, that extra energy that you carry, even metaphysically. That's amazing. That's a super energy. And you've got to ride that flow and trust in it. Trust in yourself. That's the big deal.
Right. You know, and that's all the actors are doing and stuff on camera. They're basically doing what you just described, all the things we just described, right? Like, you know, believing in the vibe, projecting the vibe, resonating with everybody.
There are some actors that go to such a level that have transformed their lives, their health. Look, I've never thought Matthew McConaughey is such a great actor, but he has gone to crazy levels to be able to portray a role. Same with, look, I don't know why I thought of him, but McConaughey was just one of those that popped in.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, right? Yeah,
I like the guy. He's got a good vibe, right? Yeah, he's a likable guy. But in that, he's gone to great lengths. Look, same with, in my age, there's 1,000. Like I just saw one with the Irish guy, the one that's in everything now. Fucking from
Liam
Planes.
Neeson?
Thank you. I don't know what the hell. Liam is going through his revival.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want, but I have a particular set of skills. A set of skills that make me dangerous for a person like you.
You know something? You believe this putz could actually do this. I mean,
Yeah.
in the sense that, look, he's a tough son of a bitch, and but you hit him a couple times, damn it, he is down.
Yeah, it had some controversy, and I only say controversy because there's people that are fundamentalist, never change their mind, believe everything they've seen on the nightly news kind of people. And then Liam Neeson does an anti-vaccination narration for an anti-vaccine film. Because people are questioning.
But you know something? That's his own mind. Look,
that's his gig.
Actors have their own
it could be money.
Beliefs.
Who knows? It doesn't
and who
even
gives
need
a
to
shit?
Be his thing.
They're
right.
actors. We're watching them as a skill. Look, I mean, like Bruce Willis, I heard the guy was a complete dick.
Right.
But I loved him in every film.
But you're getting in trouble with the fundamentalists, the people that will never change their mind, even if you try to. And they're always going to be, Dr. Fauci's a hero. Everything was great. You know, the orange man is bad, whatever. And then there's other people that are like, you know, that are like, Dr. Fauci's the most evil person in the world. He deserves work.
So
you know what I mean? Like,
so you said the orange man is bad.
Yeah. I don't believe that. I'm just repeating what everyone's
No.
Like,
I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Look, I'm not for or against. I am in support because it's our president. I have to support all presidents wholeheartedly.
You don't have skin in the game. You're not a politician. You're not like an oligarch or whatever, right? You know,
he's about to do all right. So the tomorrow, we're talking about tomorrow. The possibility of rescheduling as early as tomorrow. Holy, free holy. Do I have to already write an op-ed?
Right. So that means at some point, Orange Man said, well, we ought to look at rescheduling. And then someone was like, sir, we believe rescheduling is the way to go. And he's like, all right, you're my trusted expert. I'm going to do that. All he's doing is just signing stuff. And I mean, the president works at such a high level, right? I mean, he's just making decisions that other people are coming to him with, you know, maybe the ballroom was his original idea. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a combination of your experts coming to you with decisions, right? And you're listening
He
to
sent
them.
a signal to the country. He was doing something. Yeah. People have to realize
That's what
that the actions that our president makes, he makes them for a reason. He does them not just to signal the country and the strength, but a distraction sometimes as well.
Oh, that too.
So right now, here's my question to the highly motivated energy that we are. And Chris, please tell me what you think. But
yeah, I will.
What is he trying to distract us from right now? Like, what are they releasing right now?
Well,
What is
okay.
everybody
All right.
talking about right now?
So I mean, obviously, there's these photos from the Epstein thing, and on MSNBC or whatever, some far left fundamentalist type people, they published a photo where they redacted the girls' faces, but that photo was already published like 5 years ago, and the faces weren't redacted, and it was just some some suntan lotion models that, and they all liked them, and it wasn't a creepy thing. But the press made it some parts of the press made it creepy by blocking out his face. So that's like totally fake. Like all these were women 18 and older, probably 21 and older.
So we're going through a little bit of shaped media, and we're being pulled one direction,
sure.
and
so
another.
What is the distraction from? Was your question, right?
Is it the pictures?
That's a great question.
The pictures? Because a judge just ordered to release.
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the pictures. I think it could be some other like moving of troops, like actual kinetic important
troops. Because we've got Venezuela, we've got North Korea,
that's an action.
We've got Iran, because they just took a tanker. So there's a lot going on around the country, and people really aren't questioning.
Well, did you hear about Australia, the shootings in Australia on the beach?
Terrible. We were talking about it at the beginning of the show. Troublesome Red mentioned it. And my heart goes out to all the people there. And I also thank the people who are heroes. The people who just didn't take no for an answer.
So
wow.
I've heard people, and it's easy for people to say, it's a race thing. It's not. It's easy to say it's a religion thing. It's not. It is a sectarian, fundamentalist thing. And here's the thing. You see countries over there in the Middle East that are just going about their day and everything's just fine, like Saudi Arabia or whatever. They don't have riffraff there. So what you're seeing is the riffraff of the Muslim world was the Australia thing. And it could also be some shady, like I hate to say, people doing things on purpose.
People are influenced always by the strangest of things, and people get into religious movements and do extremist things.
It's extremist things. That's
because something in their life, in their regular life, pushes them overboard.
That's right.
Something in their regular life. Look, that's why one of the things I preach is being the authentic you. It's not about judging people. It's about opening your arms. It's about understanding. Don't be weak. Look, you don't have to be weak and run over in order to be nice and kind. I'm nice. I'm kind.
People are influenced, right?
Authentically, I'm not going to put up with people's shit.
That's the thing. There's riffraff, and there are people that are projecting shit, and that's what it comes down to. And it's not like all these people but it's those people. And there is a set of people. And you could say that. You could say like, sectarian Muslim extremists or whatever.
Whoever pulled this off, and I don't want to give any one of these groups any kind of credo, but whoever pulled that off, I just want to say that I'm not going to give them airtime or press. Instead, we're going to talk about the victims and say, look, I hope that those that can recover from it, my heart goes out to so many lives lost. This is a very dangerous world. We are starting to, and then in New Jersey, something happened, didn't it?
They had some sort of hatchet thing with three women, a dog. 2 women and a dog were killed by some kind of hatchet. I didn't really read the details of the story, but I saw the headlines. I'm like, geez, this is happening right around here. Like, you know what I mean?
Want to say something else happened though. I was hearing something else. There was something even bigger. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's the hatchet thing, which I still think is pretty big. Holy shit.
So there you go. There's another sect of people. The mentally ill used to have institutions. We still have institutions for mental people. But a lot of mental people are not in mental institutions like they used to be. They're like in the prison system instead, or on the streets.
And that's where they've been dumped into, and then they turn into the homeless, and then there are people screaming at themselves while you're trying to make a left-hand turn.
Right.
I see it.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
see it and I cry. I cry because
It's sad. It is
what's
sad.
happened to this point, to be able to leave this person so mad, to be yelling at the world, yelling at the sky, yelling at the air around them, just angry
Well, I knew someone
and
who
crazy,
had
angry and
schizo.
crazy. I mean,
There are people that have schizophrenia, and they are they hear voices and stuff. And oh, hey,
hello,
Asia,
Chase and
hey.
Asia. Welcome, highly motivated.
Sorry, we had to get groceries.
That's all right, Chase. He starts off the show. He's turned around. You see, he's got the jacket. He's like, hey, I'm here. welcome, y'all. And wait, what temperature are we dealing with in South Dakota today?
Fucking cold.
Fucking cold.
It's 20 degrees, but it's super
Okay.
windy, so it feels like 1 degree.
It's supposed to get to -10.
Wow. -10? That's some negative bullshit. Wow. And Chris, you are in PA? No, wait, you're in
I'm in the Philadelphia area. Yeah,
Philadelphia. So
yeah.
what is
It's like 22 degrees right now or something.
Really? Okay, let me take
Okay.
a little peek see. Let me take a little peek see, and just to see what our temperature is. What is it? Okay, it's not terrible. It's like
17 degrees here.
51.
I
51
have
but
snow in
feels
the
like
car.
56. 51 but feels like 56. What is that?
I mean, I don't have a garage. I just park in a parking lot, so like I got to clear the snow off tomorrow. And it's probably like frozen on. You know how it is. It sucks. I hate that.
But when you're working from the house, it's not super terrible.
No. I just have to go outside, older man, you know, and be in the cold and dig my car out. It's just not a pleasant thing. I wish I had kids that I could say, "Hey, dig my car out."
Having kids to dig your car out. That's what I did. Me, my sister, and we still did nothing good. We were in Chicago. We lived in Chicago for a good long time. Snow would cover the house. I mean, you talk about cold. The Windy City. Ooh, what you got there? What is that? Oh, that looks
He
Marshmallows.
wanted
delicious.
dumplings and he couldn't find the ones that he wanted.
Looks delicious. They're gonna do some
Dumplings.
dumplings. Yeah. Dude, I did some sake yesterday. Sake and sushi at the Momoyaki.
You did get sushi?
I did. We were gonna get Korean barbecue and do like hot pot. But instead of going hot pot, we went to sushi, a Momoyaki or Momoyaku, something like that in Gainesville. And it was absolutely delicious. Everybody got beautiful things. They did kimchi French fries. Kimchi French fries. I thought this is something novelty. And this was one of the most delicious, tasty, scrumptious dishes like in the history of ever. In the history of ever, super, super, super delicious. And I mean, holy shit, kimchi French fries. Ooh, you guys didn't see, so I brought some on the show. Look, there's some weed right there. Wait, I'm gonna crack it open. Let me crack it open so that you can see the loveliness of it. This is cannabis kimchi, or canna kimchi. And this, by the way, it's the first of its kind. Nobody's ever done this before. They've never fermented ooh. Oh, okay. Now check it out. As I come right in, what is that? You see that? Those are nugs right there. You see those nuggy nugs? Right there, beautiful, juicy, gorgeous nugs. There's Asian pear, there's Savoy cabbage, there's ginger and garlic and seaweed and wow, and carrots and radishes. There is, did I say ginger? Turmeric. Wow, this is a probiotic gut booster. Anyways, Chris, where were we? I'm just taking excuses to open this up and shove my nose in there because it is, I think we're onto something. A first of its kind. Okay. I'm doing a little mixy, switchy.
Oh,
here.
my microphone was muted.
Well, that's he gave like a whole response, and he's like, "Oh, that was excellent." Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that funny? I've done that in meetings too. It's like, hey, everybody, how's it going? Blah blah blah. And then they're like, "Oh, your mic's not on." I'm like, "Oh shit."
and you got to start over.
Yeah, you can't start over. That's too funny.
Oh wow!
Well, we were talking
reschedule.
We're
We're talking about
world affairs and the
World
tragic
affairs.
events
World
of
affairs
fundamentalist extremists of any kind.
Of any kind, or
Either
just,
the crazy mentally ill people that should not be
so
in prison.
I think that's why, like on the
need
show,
help,
I don't get
you know.
I don't get political. I don't get religious. In a time like this is both though. This is politically religious, and it's very hard for me not to answer in a
brand friendly, neutral way.
no, in a more authentic way. In a more authentic of tongue way.
How does it really impact you? You know,
correct.
Like your people, right?
And absolutely. And so, it's gut wrenching.
Yeah.
And so to be able to separate myself from that and what we do here on the show.
Now you heard the story.
Together, all of us do, no matter who we are.
That story on the beach was like, oh, they were like celebrating Hanukkah or whatever. But dude, that was probably half the people, or maybe 25% were celebrating Hanukkah. The other 75% were probably just people at the beach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right. And that's the thing. It was such a terrible thing that they targeted these people.
Right.
And so and yes, others were there, and they were what do they
I'm just saying there's always that angle. Who did it? Who supported it? Who were they after? But in a general sense,
it doesn't matter who they came after. They came after humans.
It doesn't matter. Right.
They came after human beings.
Right.
And they came after humans, and they were extremists against just anything that was not their word.
Oh, it was in Australia. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just normal Western civilization.
They are going through so much as far as policy reform and change.
And the UK is going through a lot of that, you know, because they had a lot of immigration, and it's upsetting their culture. And it's, like I said,
Australia is going through some really crazy
Australia
stuff.
is even more crazy.
Yeah. It is. But it's going through a lot, and
I think they confiscated the guns in '96, and then just recently was the social media law.
They haven't had guns, have they?
Since '96 or something, they finally did away with guns or something.
Right?
I don't really know.
So,
yeah,
but I believe that's something about it. I'm enjoying, by the way, my Hanukkah gift tonight. Angie's been very creative. Very creative in her gift giving this year. Very creative. So, so she got me a memory foam contoured donut for my butt, a butt pillow, an ass pillow, for my aching ass. It's fantastic. Listen, Chris.
Is it memory foam, or is it more like that Dr. Scholl's gel material?
You know something, I'll tell you. It's ergonomic contour, breathable fabric, healthy posture.
Probably gel. It's probably
non-slip,
gel.
hemorrhoid pain relief.
That's always good, right?
But so it's a 5-star, baby. No, this is it's for everything. It is. It's lifetime warranted.
I got a memory gel mattress maybe like 5 years ago.
It says memory foam. It says
but even it says foam, it could still be gel. Like they call even the gel ones foam.
I'm really blessed that my wife looked out for me. I really am. I was kind of hoping for different presents, not those that show my age. Look,
when you opened it up, did it like explode to like 10 times bigger than what it was in the package? No,
yeah, it did. Yeah, it was like a tiny package, and
so that's that new memory gel. It's like Dr. Scholl's technology. You know, the cushy stuff in the bottom of the shoes. That's what that is. That's all the latest great stuff.
Yeah, I'm only getting presents now that are designated to my health.
Are you sitting on it now?
I'm like, yes, I am.
Oh, okay, good.
And I was gonna wear my slippers as well. So for my birthday, I got slippers. And I'm like, what are you trying to do to me? She goes, no, listen, put them on. And they were fuzzy moccasins, leather moccasins that were like a memory foam or a gel or whatever it is.
Right.
But they made walking in the house
So much
didn't
better,
hurt my
isn't it?
toesies. Didn't hurt my toesies. So far, she's gotten something. She's gotten something for my feet. She's gotten something for my tuchus. I think the next one is like, to help my breathing. I think she got me some oxygen. What the fuck?
So the mattress I got was from Purple, and it's basically that gel stuff. And when they delivered it, dude, it was like the size of my fist. They squeezed this whole mattress, and it was a long tube, the length of the bed, but they squeezed it into an area like that big. And I'm like, I paid all this money for this thing they're bringing in. They bring it in, and he's like, nah, man, just wait till you see this. And he like slits it open, and it just like after 5 minutes, it was like 10 times the size. Like it exploded like in size. It expanded from its packaging.
I ordered a bed like that once, and it came, and it was just,
yeah, and you're like, I paid that much for this, like,
and they dropped it off, and it was just this little, like, it looked like a comforter. It was the size of a comforter, but it was heavy. But it was heavy. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
I got it in the house, and it says, cut here, I cut there,
right.
And it just, and the initial boom, you're like, oh,
right.
But then it starts to grow and grow and grow.
And grows.
And now you got, but it's like, you look at it, you're like, what the hell? And it's solid.
Yeah.
It, you let it rise. It's better.
I'm absolutely sold on that technology. There's a patent on it. It is based on the Dr. Scholl's technology, basically. All that memory foam, the modern memory foam. And man, I don't have any sore back. I mean, I totally endorse that Purple mattress. It's just a great thing.
What are you guys cooking? Oh, you're putting away dishes. I was about to say, what are y'all cooking tonight? The other night they were doing smashed tacos. And
I'm still dumplings.
Oh, that's right, you're doing the dumplings.
Corn dip.
I have short-term memory.
What kind of dumplings are they?
He's like, what kind of dumplings are they? Because to think about it, let's see these dumplings.
Pork? Nice.
It's
pork?
Mills. Wait.
I really can't see. Oh, it's mirrored.
We just found them in the frozen pile.
There's no way I get the little box with like the 6 of them.
Nice.
But this is not okay. But I see. But where you are, it's going to be -10. You get whatever food the store has, and you go back and you board up the windows. Holy shit. That's just so cold. I don't know how people survive like that. Like, look, it's been chilly here, and the last couple days, look, whenever I can, I stay in the house. I've been hibernating a little bit. Last couple days, I've been getting my shit together, paperwork wise and energy wise, and just, it's all like it. Whenever it comes to the birthday and that whole weekend after, which is the start of Hanukkah, the night after.
So
I look at that as something so much deeper, as like a recharging of the family.
So are we in Hanukkah right now? Did that just start yesterday?
Yeah, tonight. No. It starts tonight. First candle.
Okay.
First candle is done this evening. We sang our prayers. We gave some beautiful gifts. We exchanged our declarations of hope and unity and love and all that crazy good shit. And then I got an ass pillow. We did all of that, and I got an ass pillow. Look, the birthday was yesterday. I got some lovely slippers. Today I got an ass pillow. I'm just she loves me. That's
so people give gifts on each day, I guess, maybe like a gift a day or something.
That's like, I feel that's the American kind of translation of it. Sure. Because I grew up, my mother Israeli, my father English, and in the Israeli culture, a gift. Okay, wait, one night. No, my mother. I can't wait to do my mother's accent. Is actually so hard. You got to get in the character really. But the gift. Oh, what are you talking about? The gift? It's Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah, and it's supposed to be from the heart. It's supposed to because he wants to, you know, the lights, the festival, the pastries, the food, the singing of the songs and the lighting of the menorah. This, I'm just saying, this is a present. So my father was like, oh, you know, we should do one present at least, one decent present, something notable enough, but to let them know that the rest of the Hanukkah, they're getting absolutely nothing. A dreidel if they're lucky, maybe some latke, maybe some of those lovely pastry cookies. But besides that, no, just one bloody present. And my mother's like, yes, of course. Of course. See, this is more my mother.
That's like they're from the old world.
Right. She says, you know something? This is a good, Peter, this is such a good idea. Okay, Peter, I think, you know something? This is more like when I grow up. When I grow up, we don't get all, oh shit.
You all right there?
We don't, yeah, I'm fine. We don't get all these presents. I talk with her hands now. See, she spoke with her hands. So that's exactly. We don't get all these presents. What do we get? We get latke. We get cookies.
Funny.
You know, we don't get presents. It's not about presents. And as we've evolved, presents have actually taken center stage. So I make them deep. Like, I guess Angie really listens. They're deep things. They're cushioning shoes. They are an ass pillow. They are a cane. No.
It's always been Christmas for me, you know, as the winter holiday thing. But it's like, I am so glad I don't receive any gifts and I don't buy any gifts anymore. And I stopped doing that maybe like 5 or 6 years ago when I moved out. When I moved out,
do you feel like because of that you lost some sort of connection to?
I love it. To be honest with you,
he's like, yeah, I lost the connection
because I had riffraff I was hanging out with, and even if I tried not to hang out with them, they would like find their way to like, well, let's talk about addiction, right? And so I had people in my circle that I was a money bank. You know, they're like, come on, help me out. You know, help me out. You know, and it's like you have an addict basically. And no matter pathologically, no matter how much I told them no, I don't want to get into too many details, but if they start showing up at your job and they start showing up at your window at 2 a.m. and they start showing up and they're just totally not in control and they're a complete zombie addict robot that
you know you know what I learned from the guy who trains dogs, you know, the guy who
nobody can deal with that.
What's the guy's name?
Pavlov's dogs with the bell.
This guy, I don't know, but no, he's a Spanish gentleman.
Oh.
And he goes around in an RV now with his dogs. No, he's like a dog master. He speaks to animals. So wait, something he did, and I apply this to people like that. So when you say that, look, I have a big heart.
Yeah, me too, man.
There are some people that I've helped out. There are some people I've helped out, even though I know I shouldn't have. But I did it because I always want to give that extra chance.
Right.
For people to do something more.
Right.
And I've still been kicked in the balls.
Right.
And people always come back more and more and more.
That's right.
And
so you know you've experienced
it's
that.
Not just saying no. It's not just saying no. Because you can say no 1,000 times. You have to say no. And then you look away. You do not see them. So I'm using this as a metaphor. You do not look at them. It's like my dogs would come out and jump when they were let out in the morning. And this is how Angie had learned this. And letting the dogs out, and they wouldn't respect her. So now she doesn't look at them. She does not acknowledge them.
Right, and they pick up on that, don't they? They pick up on that. They do.
So you apply this to people like that as well. Right. And you exit them from your life.
Right.
Individually.
Yeah.
While keeping relationships and still blossoming the individual that you are. It's not just about saying no. It's about saying no to yourself as well. Yeah. Because of the good heart that you have. And you blindly help.
I moved away, you know, from all that, so I don't have to deal with that. It's beautiful. Like I don't take for granted the peace you have. I don't take for granted the peace I have as a single guy. I don't got to deal with anybody. It's just me, and I don't take that for granted. That's like I'm not saying that's the ideal thing, you know, but I've put myself out there enough where, like, if the cosmos wants things to happen, it will happen. So, you
Remember,
know,
stop
it is
expecting.
what it is.
But stop expecting. Just put it out there.
Right.
Don't expect shit back.
Don't
Look,
expect
put
things
out
back,
gratitude.
right.
I know. Look, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Every day is a new battle when it comes to putting yourself out there in the world. Every single day is a new battle.
On a lot of levels too, right?
Yes.
Food, shelter,
But here's
money,
the thing.
work,
You're doing it.
relationships.
You're doing
know.
a great job. And when it comes to relationships, they come when they come. And they're great
It
when
just
you don't
happens.
expect it.
It's random.
When you
man.
don't expect it. And if you are sitting, look, when loneliness takes over, it puts us in
No, I
this
don't have a
mind.
loneliness problem.
No. When I say that, no, and I don't mean like that either, because don't get me wrong, I understand. No,
I did at some point though. I did. I'm like, well, why should I be here alone? I should have people here, you know. Like,
no, and I don't mean that, because I like being alone.
Yeah.
I like.
That's what I'm saying. Don't take that for granted. If you have alone time in your life and you're in that part of life or whatever, in that phase, it's perfectly okay.
No, it's fine, because it's a time for you to go very introspective.
Yeah.
That's when I really enjoy my mushrooms, because there's no outside influences. And I do want to laugh. I saw an advertisement recently. Don't try this certain product. It's a mushroom product on the news, and it says may contain psilocybin. I'm like, well, that's why I'm buying it. So to me, that's like an advertisement boost. It's like, don't try it. No, thank you. I will go pick all of them up. This product, this specific product. So, but I actually, and kind of leading into that, I did want to talk about rescheduling. Again, tomorrow, as we're at the last power of the show, the last push, where I still feel pretty rocking, and I might blame it a bit on the kimchi, because
it's a beautiful looking kimchi. It looks delicious. Like, is that food? You eat it, right? Like,
yes. This, if I had a fork right now, I don't want to.
It's not a beverage. It's a food.
Well, so there's kombucha, which is fermented differently, and it comes from like a almost like a yeast, and you make sourdough, and you take a little bit out of this starter, and that's what you create your bread from, or your end product.
I mean, you ever see fire water? People will take. I remember someone used to take super hot peppers and put them in a jar with alcohol. Like, but you could do that with fruit or other things too.
Oh,
right?
No, look, look, it's a double fermentation, or it's a double. So it's called a framboise. When you do it with the alcohol, it's framboise, or a beer, or double ferment.
So you could use vodka in your kimchi, right? Couldn't you? Like,
no. So the kimchi, in the kimchi, it is the salts that you do that you start the lacto fermentation, and you do it to the cabbage, and I did it to the cabbage, the cannabis, the carrots. I did it to everything. So that way, anything that was going to be touching or in this blend, the radishes, the green, everything went into the salting. And after about 2 hours, it brings the waters out. You rinse everything off nicely with a good spring water, non-chlorinated water. You rinse everything off really nicely, and then I have a big jar, and I put it all in there with the ginger and with the garlic, a little bit of honey, a few slivers of jalapeno, some turmeric.
Vinegar?
No vinegar, spring water. But what you're going to do, so you're going to make a paste. There's different steps. I'm leaving a few things out. There's a shrimp paste, and you take all of these and you're making like the sauce. And the sauce, you almost want it sticky, that it sticks onto the vegetables.
So that's your base, your liquid base. Instead of using alcohol, you're making this liquid base.
But not a liquid necessarily. But yes, it does. I mean, look, as you see, it's very thick. Look, it kind of sticks. I mean, there's a little bit of juice on the bottom, but the liquid really sticks to the vegetables.
It looks amazing. It looks really good. It looks really good.
and it's cannabis. Oh, look,
like
right.
sweet peppers, hot peppers. I don't know what's in there. Like,
No
it looks
peppers,
like
no
that.
peppers.
And tomatoes.
We've
like,
got carrots. We've got radishes. We've got ginger. We have
olives. Any
no
olives?
No olives. There's cabbage. Savoy cabbage. I love Savoy. Savoy's got a beautiful texture.
So what's Savoy cabbage? Like I don't really know the difference. I don't usually buy cabbage.
If you ever see so regular cabbage is smooth. Savoy has got these veins, and they're
the
crunchy
purpley
and delicious.
Type?
Okay. No. It's like well, maybe you've seen it purpley. I like that. I like a purple vein cabbage sandwich.
So cabbage is interesting because that wild cabbage. We used to have a field of wild cabbage near my neighborhood, and it smelled like cabbage, looked like cabbage. It was cabbage, and supposedly, like that cabbage, they breed it to create Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and all these other cabbages. And cabbage, there's like 20 different things that come from a cabbage that they grow in different ways. It's weird.
I think we did, you're what? We did a show about this. I think, like, we did this show where we talked about cabbage and how amazing.
I remember that conversation now too.
Isn't that wild?
Because I was talking space cabbage as a euphemism for cannabis.
And then how wild, like what cabbage really is. It's Brussels sprouts. It was like, wow. It was so much. I was just shocked. And it was kind of where our food originated from, or the origins of our food. And I think that's kind of what the show was. That is really interesting. So, just to quickly mention, I know we're going to hear a lot about cannabis and rescheduling. And a lot of people think, oh, there's going to be a lot of big things that happen right after rescheduling. Well, no. There will be a time where people will then have to comply with new regulations at a different level of federal oversight. So what we're going to be dealing with now is something much bigger and not necessarily good. And when I say that, what we've been doing is possibly through rescheduling, it will move cannabis closer to the pharmaceutical regulatory framework, especially for medical claims, research, and interstate considerations. So if we're looking at it like this, it tilts power towards pharma. It raises the bar for compliance. It pressures the small operators and craft growers. It pressures them out of business to be able to comply on a federal level.
Right.
Where pharmacopoeia takes this shit over.
Right.
I don't know if anybody else is saying this, but this is all I've been thinking. But I'm like, hey, let's stay positive and show the positive implications of rescheduling cannabis.
Yeah.
But the actual implications of rescheduling cannabis would really be pharmacopoeia versus the plant.
Right. And Trump is definitely a businessman. There's zero doubt about that. So he's thinking big business, how that can make money for the country. It's not a selfish kind of business. It's like a business for everybody, like how can everyone make money or whatever. But big business is definitely how these big business people think. This is
how they're being set up right now. So we closed the loophole on the farm bill, and now it becomes pharmacopoeia. Now it becomes pharmaceutical. Now it gets into the realm of this is bigger than big money. This is the money that controls the entire world. So when you look at it, rescheduling reframes cannabis. It reframes it. You ready? A drug with accepted medical use.
Right.
A drug with accepted medical use.
So it helps the medical community, right? I mean, and big pharma.
But see, that sounds good until you ask this. Who defines that use? You ready? Wait. We've missed somebody. Let me see. It's Giraffe. Everybody check Giraffe. Highly motivated. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Giraffe.
Head of concentrates.
Top of the week.
Hey,
here.
he's like, hey, we got head of green beans, we got head of concentrates, we got stealth time machine project. So when I said who defines that use? So in the US, that would mean the FDA approved formulations, standardized dosages, isolated or synthesized cannabinoids, clinical trial backed claims only. Whole plant cannabis does not fit neatly into this model.
Guys.
Right.
And so, see, and I didn't want to talk the downsides of this.
Right.
I mean, so really whole flower, smoking flower really ends up becoming unofficial.
Like we look at it from an agricultural standpoint, like, oh, we're growing this weed and we're enjoying it and it's like a vegetable, right? But Big Pharma looks at it as a product and they're going to productize it, the shit out of it, right? And that's not going to be good for anyone, for flower, you know?
Yeah. We look at it more of it like a ritual, like a ritualistic, like it has those ritualistic aspects.
I agree with that.
But okay, but as far as rescheduling, what have you heard? Like when I say that, I want your perspective from how you've received it from the world, news, whatever around you. Giraffe.
So what?
Like rescheduling, you know, the possible rescheduling of cannabis to a Schedule 3 drug, the same as over-the-counter pain medication.
I haven't heard much about it. The last thing I really heard about anything with cannabis was the Farm Bill.
See, so, and that, look, I did that for a reason. Because remember I asked Chase and Asia the other day? And I asked Gavin, and I asked Giraffe at different times. And they're like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, man. No clue.
But
so there is big shit happening with cannabis right now that they are kind of slipping by.
Right. The Farm Bill, now the rescheduling, is this part of the larger plan?
And look, boom, boom. I mean, these things are correlating, coinciding, computating, baby. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
No, they are. This. Look, tonight's energy's been amazing. I mean,
it's an artisan thing, right? Like weed, like it's very artisan, and I wouldn't want that to go away. I mean, that right there is what's getting knocked out by high compliance costs, increased documentation, tighter claims on what they do, like tighter language. They might be able to prescribe elderly people edibles and tablets and things that you don't have to smoke it. You know, because smoking is generally bad. The FDA is not going to like the smoking aspect of it.
We're not
that's
smoking
important
it.
Too. That's
We're
important
not smoking
too.
it.
I think the smoking aspect, if you do FDA studies on it, they're going to be like, well, it was beneficial, but the smoking aspect of it caused bad effects, and therefore it's bad. But
so we have to find new ways to make them happy. Look, we're always going to smoke our herb. We're always going to.
Is vaporizing smoking? Is it better than smoking? Is vaporizing
no,
better
it's not.
than
Vaping, look, I have to tell you, vaping is bad. But I don't want to be the
Not
guy
vaping.
in the show. I don't want to be the guy in the show telling everybody, hey, put your vapes down, stop doing it. You're going to smoke some shit, smoke some flower.
So, Oren, I get the whole vape thing, but what about vaporizing flower?
Okay, it's better.
And
because you're not vaping, right. Concentrates,
you're not burning,
again.
Right? You're not burning things.
So, all right, so I do use concentrates, and I do use the Puffco Proxy. And in that, I'm not doing foreign chemicals. I'm doing the direct plant. I'm doing the batter. I'm doing the extract of it, and I'm doing that pure, and I'm seeing it. I'm dropping in the amounts that I use, but I don't do it all the time. And then you're right. Vaping the flower, I use the Venti.
So,
and the Venti is just flower. And actually...
So, you know, the government gives out grant money to principal investigators, they call them PIs, and the principal investigator does a study. And so it would be interesting if the community could help sponsor those kind of studies, right? That looks beautiful.
But they could, if they knew about it. If they knew about it, they could. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely nuggy nugs? That's a nice nug. That's a nug that you could be proud of. But the outside is very earthy. It's
So do you think-
earthy, but this is emerald apricot. But wait. We got to do the crack. I got to crack it open.
What's the name
I
of
gotta
it?
shove it in
Emerald
my
Is
nose.
it
Here we
from
go.
a certain somebody?
Here we go. Oh, it is. Okay. I heard a little something. It is those that are unnamed at the moment.
Yep.
Wow. What you look on the outside? It was earthy. It was almost hay, almost like a sweet hay, and you're like, but you crack it open, and it's a world.
Have you ever heard of Pink Sprite? That's my current strain.
I had Pink Passion the other day.
This one's called Pink Sprite.
I would love to know the cross. What is does it tell you?
I
the
don't
lineage
know.
of
I
that?
didn't look it all up.
He's enjoying
Oh
that
my
bud.
God, the smell! It's like it's minty. It smells like Christmas. But it's piney, but then it's sweet, and then it's gorgeous, and it's
So when
It's
you're
like-
smelling it, you're decarboxylating it at some microscopic level as well, right? So you're getting a somewhat entourage effect just by smelling it, right?
I feel like I am.
I feel like I am,
I'm
too.
because
I
of the
feel like I
kimchi
am, too.
tonight.
So,
Oh
Oren,
my God! Oh wait,
you-
I was gonna put some of that in here. Like this small of a nug. Look, when you're vaporizing, do you see this itsy bitsy nug? I don't even know if I
Yeah.
can fit. I can't even fit the whole thing in to the vaporizer. Look, I'm just gonna break it down. See
So
how much I can get in
you
there.
have a different vaporizer depending upon whether it's concentrate or flour.
Well, oh, correct. So the Venti by Stores and Bickle
You
is
should try the
probably,
concentrates on top.
and not just the Venti. They got the Mighty
What's up?
Plus. What do you got? Oh, you're doing a concentrate there, or no?
You should do the concentrate on top.
What? Oh, that's right.
Oh.
We were talking. Oh, very
Oh.
interesting. I should. I don't know. No, not yet. I'm not.
No.
No.
I
Because I'm gonna
I feel
fuck
like
up my
it would
device.
just dry it out.
No, it's
Or
gonna
was it
fuck up the
melted?
thing. No. I
Yeah, it
think
might
it's gonna
fuck
drip
up the
down.
thing. It might fuck
No,
up
I think
the
it's gonna
thing.
drip
Yeah,
down
yeah.
into.
It's a good
Now, if I can
experiment,
get
but
Well, no, if I can get it just on the toppy tops, and if it's
So
the
the
heat
flour,
is
like-
hitting it just right, then. But I don't want it to clog things up. And Stores and Bickle is German engineering. So with German engineering, you don't fuck with it. You don't fuck
Right.
with the Stores and Bickle, because if we say you break up the weed a little bit and put it inside, this is what you will do. You want to put concentrate on top? Nine! You will not do this.
you ever hear what's that band? What the hell is the name of that band? And they had that song "Du Hast."
Ooh, Rammstein.
Yeah,
Du hast-
Rammstein.
Du hast mich.
We are living in America.
Let me tell you something. When I was dude, I mixed that song into so many different things. This guy is still performing. Rammstein, the guy, he is still performing.
Yeah. You can find my videos of them on YouTube. And it's just awesome. And they're just
The
like,
guy is in his look. Oh, but what a great song! That's like right there with like your Rob Zombie classics. Your
Yeah.
you know, like what was it?
Look at the fag.
and he's like a manly man. You know, he's like big muscular guy. And he's like Rammstein.
But he is the guy. The guy is a big dude. The guy's
He's
a big dude.
dude, man.
All right, so I've just put some emerald apricot into the Venti. Oh, we gotta open it. I forget. Smelling it, and then you just turn it on, just like that. Boom. So it's on. So with doing flour, and if you're vaping flour, so the reason I like this, because you're not using a lighter. No butane contamination.
Right. Explain the vaporization process. It's not burning, so it doesn't have ill health effects from burning, right?
Correct. Oh, now it's green. Now the bowl on the bottom that I am pulling from. So as I'm inhaling, it's going through the product that I put in there into that little itsy bitsy bowl. That little itsy bitsy nug that I showed you, it almost all went in there. Okay, I give it an extra second to warm up.
So, I mean, if people are prescribed medical flour and they smoke it, have they
This
done
would be the best way to do it.
I mean, have these states done studies? Are there studies on people smoking cannabis and what
There is.
the effects are? Like, what studies do we already have on cannabis?
Those first
Like,
2 hits, you saw there was no smoke. You saw there was no smoke those first 2 hits.
Isn't that
Delicious.
the healthiest way to
Delicious. It is. It is. If you're going to smoke right here, doing it out of
like the
flower
volcano.
vaporizer. And by the way, it's the first 3-4 hits. That's all you're really getting that are the most medically available. But after that, you're smoking.
Have you ever tried a volcano?
So does it like burn
I
off
do love the volcano, made by the same people.
Yeah.
It's made by the same people.
I got a question
And
for him.
one sec, here we go. What's that?
So does it just like dry it out, the flour? Or does it like pull the oil out and then burn it?
So what's happening? Look, barely any smoke you're seeing.
Yeah.
What it's doing is there's like a heat source. It's a 3-dimensional like chamber of ceramic heat, or however Stores and Bickle does it. And as you're inhaling, you're pulling that heat through the product that you break up a little bit, leave it a little bit airy. So what that's doing is there's no lighter hitting it, but that heat is starting that decarboxylation process and pulling the oil. So what you're smoking is that, like if you were pressing it and doing like a press and getting all those beautiful oils out of it, instead we are pulling those. Yes.
does it give you the same impact entourage as burning flour versus vapor? It's not the same thing, right? It's not the same thing.
Look, I'm hitting it and I'm feeling a something right now. And just
That's
now
milder.
that was like my 4th pull, and now it tastes like it was tasting really good. That was the first taste. Not popcorn, not yet. This you can smoke for quite some time. What's interesting is that you're only pulling the heat through the butt.
Tastes like popcorn.
No, because we're not burning it. You don't burn it. You are merely extracting it. So with the venti, you can smoke it, and it doesn't taste bad. Look, if you were smoking out of a bowl and you're hitting it, it's burnt. It tastes like
shit. Yeah. Bowls taste like shit.
Even though it's already gone through its decarboxylation process, and even though it's gone through its change, it still doesn't taste bad. And there's very little smoke. So whatever moisture is inside of that bud, this is how we're pulling it out. The venti is great, and this is a portable unit. You got the Mighty, the Mighty Plus, you've got the Volcano. Wait, do you have a Volcano?
No. I don't.
You were asking earlier, have you tried the Volcano? I'm like, I don't know, do you have one?
No, I've tried one though.
I have. They're awesome. With the have you tried it with the bag or somebody with a hose?
The bag.
So, and that's a really neat way of doing it. You see I'm pulling out a little bit of smoke now. And it still doesn't taste bad. Look, if I was hitting it with a lighter, it tastes like shit. This I can smoke on for a little bit. Old vaporizers, 2-3 hits maybe. And they all tasted like shit. Every bong hit you took. Bong hits were maybe the only thing that didn't taste terrible until about the 4th hit. And then it's bong watery, or it's...
What does Chase in Asia have there? What is that you're taking there? Like that thing?
The concentrate, that's the Peak Pro.
Okay. It's another vaporizer type thing.
It's just the Peak.
It's a popcorn.
Right, well, I'm sorry. I'm pro-eyeing.
You're vaporizing.
Giving yours the Pro.
I wish we had the Pro.
extra, the business.
I wish I had the Pro.
No, you know what I'm happy with? The Proxy.
I wish I had
Same
concentrates.
That's
So,
what I want. Yeah, the Pro.
the Pubco Proxy,
We don't have
this is portable, easy to clean. It's a 3-dimensional ceramic bowl. The new one, this is an old one. I heard the new ones are like very fancy and shit.
Yeah,
the
and you
new
can
ones
mess with it. You can mess with it on the app and everything.
Well, no, look, you can. So with these, this is a chamber. And so this right here I can replace, and this is the piece. You see that? You see what's dripping off the bottom of that? That's the stuff that you don't want to smoke.
Your reclaim.
So you see it's got a hole. Wait, where's the hole? Here we go. Okay.
What do you mean the stuff you don't want to smoke? What is
Gross.
that?
Because so when you smoke, it pulls out the waste. And so I can put this top piece in like one of those glass blown units. So cool.
That's where the reclaim. That's how we get reclaim.
Is that how you get reclaim? So do you keep it? I mean, do you smoke it?
When we run out, yeah.
We just keep
Okay.
it as like.
But does it give
Just
you
like
headaches or? But or you
no,
enjoy
maybe
you
not.
enjoy it just the same?
No, not enjoy. It doesn't taste the same, but it's just.
It tastes like
It's
shit.
high.
Yeah.
It's something if you have got nothing. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
how I used to save roaches in big bags and be breaking up one big nasty joint. But you know something? When I smoked that big old nasty, actually I'm rolling little pinners because we had no weed. So
It
I'd be
still
rolling
gets
these
you-
little pinners.
It
and-
still gets you just as high.
Listen, I call them holy joints. If we have no weed, we go find like floor weed or we go find weed anywhere.
Look, I've got joints like this all over the place. Like I throw away
Yeah.
more joints. Like, look, I don't feel bad. I
Bowl is
used to
big
feel
enough.
bad, but now I've gotten very bougie with my smoky smoke.
Throw them all in a jar. I'll take
yeah,
them.
I don't care.
I On the cones, I leave about this much left.
You're right. I don't
Sorry.
smoke it to the itsy bitsy anymore because listen, I like it. Sometimes I like it, but it makes me cough now. It's more resiny. It's like it's the end of it in my chest. You know, at this age, we've got to we've got to stay a little more bougie. You know, we've got to say enough is enough. You smoke the rest of it. I don't know what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Oh,
What was that?
was that Chase? Is he okay?
Yeah. He went out the patio door and just like.
Friend.
Oh, what you got there? Let me see. That's an interesting Nuggy Nugs. That's a very holiday themed Nuggy. I would take a picture of that.
It looks like a
You
baseball
might
bat
have yourself a
inside.
Christmas tree, bud.
The strain's very holiday.
What's
themed.
the- What is it?
It's called Everglazed.
Everglades. Is that your
So-
biggest Nuggy Nugs?
Yeah, from there. I smoked the other big nugs earlier.
Okay. Look, I try to save my big nugs for the show. I try to
Yeah.
save my big nugs for the show. But you know, so it's very difficult sometimes.
Oh, this is
Oh shit. It was still on.
This is
So
a
how much are you
strain.
guys
turns
doing
itself
now?
off.
Ice cream cake and GG4.
Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Let me show. I want to show Giraffe what happens to it. So this is the stuff I put in there.
Okay.
Now you see how it's brown?
Yeah.
It's got like it's not that vibrant green that had first gone in.
Right.
And
Looks
you
like
think
already
it still
baked
looks
bud.
it still looks okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is here. Let me show you.
Is that now?
Because it's
Is that
crazy.
now
Here.
already vaped AVP? Already vaped bud?
Already baked bud. So I'm pretty rough with my device. I smack it on the ass. I poke at it. You know, really? You're in front of
Very
people.
delicious.
Ow! It's hot.
I'm dying.
I don't know where my pokey is. Oh, here I can use this. So I'm really testing this device in the sense that I don't think most of its users are gonna smack it like I do. So it cleans out just like that. Easy peasy. Fucking love it. I'm telling you, I love things that are easy to clean and easy to use. I hate shit taking forever. Okay, now check this out, Giraffe. That stuff I just got out. Look, do you see the difference in it now?
Yeah.
So long.
It's brown.
Okay.
But also,
It is-
when you take it, look, I barely touch it and it turns to powder. So it's just, there's nothing left of it.
You sell that on the street as the very low grade shit on the corner.
That's the,
So
that,
could
that's
you
the bag
smoke
they use to
this?
plant
Yes.
it.
Already vaped.
No,
weed.
you can
Smoke it out
smoke
of a
it.
bong?
You can smoke it. Yes.
You can?
I could,
Yeah.
if I save enough
Is
of it,
it
I
the
can roll a
same-
joint. It'll taste almost tobacco-y, like almost cigarette-wise, like.
Oh.
And the high will be minimal
Mid.
at best.
Yeah, we
The
don't want that.
flavor will be more of a cured. You know, I'll do. I'll
get a
take some of
double
this shit
whammy.
and I'll roll a joint, because it's been a while since I've done it. No, I won't, because then I won't stop coughing, and then I'll want a
Yeah.
cigarette. And I woke up the other day. I was like, you know what'd be really good? A cigarette.
No.
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 I was vaping for like 4 or 5
No.
years. And then I went
Look,
back.
it took
just
me
'cause
forever
it's
to get away
cold
from
outside.
vaping.
I want
Getting off that
Marlboro
nicotine.
vape.
It's too cold outside. That's right. But you know, cigarette smokers are fucking crazy, and they'll go outside and create like a little fucking igloo around themselves, and somehow they will still smoke a cigarette. They will
Yep.
come back in, and it's like they didn't feel anything.
Yeah. How do you guys do that?
It's a mental So it's like the guy staring at the candle out
You
from
just want
outside.
it so bad.
And because the guy was staring at the candle, he wanted the heat so bad, he became the heat. He was part of the heat. And so so basically you're smoking, your addiction blinds you to the realities around you. And that's the big deal with addiction. You know you're addicted to something when you're blinded by the reality around you. I am addicted to canned kimchi. I didn't realize it was going to be so good. I got
Y'all
some pickles
finished the whole
rocking and
thing
rolling.
already?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see it? Did you see the giraffe? Did you see the inside of this beauty? All right, let me excuse to open it up.
I didn't
Did
see
you guys
the
finish
inside
it
yet.
all?
I want to eat it. I want it. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna just a little piece. I'm gonna grab out. So this is Savoy cabbage. In here there's ginger. There's jalapeno slices. There's
That's cannabis kimchi.
this is canna kimchi. There's
Canna
in the giant batch there was more than a quarter pound that fermented just like the cabbage. And it's look in the final batch. So let me just I have to because
we haven't been using it.
You're just gonna shatter.
No,
that
they
looks
make it
good.
with good glass.
Would that be
I
good
paid
as like a
$210
condiment for like, let's say you had a
It's gonna
sandwich,
lapse.
Kaiser roll with a nice Italian hot sausage, and you put some kimchi on top?
oh my god, it would change your world. It would change. Oh my god, it's like tastes like weed.
That's the
Look,
first thing that came to my mind when I seen this. I'm
Do you
like,
see
that's
that
like
right there? That's
that's
weed.
like a topping.
That is bud. That right
It's
there
bud.
is big chunks of bud, and they have actually. See, look, I'm just gonna take one right there,
Onions.
and it's soft, like a steamed broccoli.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's pretty cool, actually. I want some.
A little spicy, but
I
not
love kimchi.
not spicy where you don't get that umami of flavor.
It's
And then you get just enough spice where it's
too.
like you stop a moment, you're like, okay, I'm okay. I want to jump back in. And I'm going to
It's
jump
like
back
a
in
nice,
because
pleasant spice.
this right here is radish. It's like it's pickled. It's like it's
Kimchi is supposed to be like really good for you.
it's incredible for your body. So here's the problem though. I was claiming you don't get high.
But is too much kimchi a problem?
Well,
Should be.
No, because
will it give you
it
the
cleans out your
shits?
system. No, it'll clean your system out.
Oh.
It'll reset your stomach. It'll have you calling into work saying no, I'm not coming in. For like a few days I can't come in. But you'll feel like a whole new man or woman or
If you eat it
whatever
with
gender
rice,
you choose.
If you eat regular kimchi
Oh,
with
on rice, it's delicious. People use it every day. They keep their body in their I combine it with so many different meals. Angie
Yes.
made a kafta kebab, which is a lamb kebab, but a very interesting mixture, beautifully done. She made this with a beautiful tzatziki Greek yogurt sauce, and then we introduced the kimchi into it. Wow, we went to another dimension with this kimchi, and we ate a lot of the kimchi, a lot. So and then the whole show, I've been feeling okay.
Yeah.
I've been feeling pretty good, right? But I didn't smoke for like an hour into the show. I've never done that.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah, like, I
was
was literally driving. I'm like, he hasn't even smoked.
right, and so I mean, finally we smoked, thank God. But what's crazy? So we looked it up. Nobody's ever done a cannabis kimchi. This might be a first. So I can't necessarily patent things, but I can go ahead and state that highly motivated Oregonji is doing a first cannabis kimchi. Fucking amazing.
Lord, have you ever been to Road Equestrian Center?
What's that?
Have you ever been to the Road Equestrian Center?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Wait, what? Wait, what happened?
The wet.
Have I ever been where?
To the World Equestrian Center.
Oh, no.
I
No,
know it doesn't
in
all the
Ocala.
time.
In Ocala. You know something I have not been there? Wait a second. Is it a big farm?
Yeah, it's a hotel farm.
For horse shows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I probably haven't been there.
very expensive.
I've heard of, but
$1,000
never
a
been.
night.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very expensive.
But you don't need to
Oh.
stay in the hotel to go there.
They have Christmas lights. That's where I was at earlier.
Very nice though. Very
They
nice.
have rodeos. I used to go there to watch rodeos.
They better be doing a lot of shit for $1,000 a night. I better show up. There better be people dancing. I want my whole experience to be like
They have private bars.
like
They
a
have
show.
private suites. Like when I walked in earlier, like right before I joined the show,
I think she gave it to me. And I was like,
I walked into the hotel and the lobby was so massive. They have designer stores inside the lobby. They have this massive, like, iris bar. It looks so
Like a they have, but I definitely will check it out. So the equestrian center in Ocala, very cool. I've been to some places, but I've never been there, and that does sound neat. There's a place in Houston called the Galleria, but it's like the mall, the downtown, and I mean it's just gorgeous, and it's lights, and it's this, and it's that, and it's different conference halls, and da 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 da. And ooh, what do we have there? We have dessert, people. It's
We're
dessert.
gonna swap phones.
Okay, come on in. Oh, what else we've got? So once again,
What is that, Asia?
corn dip.
Corn dip.
corn dip. A corn dip.
I never had corn dip.
You don't just
really
stuff
good.
it into things. It's a dip, damn it. It's corn
It's
and
like
dip.
Southwest corn, taco seasoning, sour cream, cream cheese, mayo.
Oh, well.
Just mix it all together, and then you dip it with tortilla chips, and it's really good.
She's lying. It's gross.
They've got a party going on right there, people. They've got a party going on right there in a dip. Look, a good dip can change your life. I think it was Martin Shore. I don't know if it was a character of his or it was him for real. But dips were he believed all you need in life are dips. Like you have bread and you have dip. You can have a lobster dip. You can have a crab dip. You can have like a ranch dip. You can have a this dip and a that dip. You can have a truffle.
You can make a dip
And
out of anything.
Absolutely. And then so now you don't have regular food. You just bring out the dips.
I like onion dip
And
on
the
chips or
dips.
something.
And then right. And so you just have different dips.
Okay.
I believe the same, but in adding things like kimchi and bread and dips. So I think kimchi gets to come into that. I just keep throwing it into the
We
category.
should make a cannabis infused dip.
Sure. Hey, I don't know if they have one yet, but I know they don't have a cannabis kimchi.
Listen,
So-
we can be like some mad scientists to make cannabis dip if we want to, Warren.
Look, I've been doing pickles. I'm doing cannabis pickles over here. I know people have been doing cannabis pickles,
Yeah.
but cannabis kimchi, this might be a super first. Angie, really, I got to give credit to Angie. Angie's the one who started thinking about the fermenting of cannabis in the first place, and then doing this kimchi. I that was me. I was really excited about that, especially with the formula that I've got here, and we're only going to make it better. And so now I'm going to break the cannabis down more now because it's in big pieces, but you chew it up. I mean, it's gorgeous and it holds the juice. But if I get it a little bit more chopped, then it will still absorb the juices and still have that space for the Savoy and Napa cabbage.
Have you
I think
ever-
it's missing the Napa.
Have you ever tried miso?
Love a good miso soup. I've had a miso, but it's a base
Yeah.
and
I was
delicious.
saying,
Or actually,
my sister, she used to make kimchi, cucumber kimchi. And she used to put miso as the base to her kimchi. And it was, because you'd have that,
See, that's
you'd have that spiciness, but a little bit of that sweetness too from the miso and the
That's
savoriness and
interesting.
saltiness.
maybe that is what kind of stuck it to the vegetables. That
Mhm.
miso kind of attached all those spices and all that deliciousness onto the cabbage, onto the carrots, onto the radishes. It's usually
was
daikon
cucumber.
radishes, but I use whatever I can. Or onto the cucumber. No, that's very nice.
If you haven't tried cucumber kimchi, I highly recommend it.
Well, I've used cucumber before, not this time, but I have used it before. It's beautiful. Look,
It's very
kimchi, you could do beautiful krauts and fermentations where you're not. If you do vinegar is a last step process.
That stays up.
You know, vinegar it kills everything, and so like when you're making a pickle, you're pickling a pickle. I mean, you know, there's no probiotics there. There's nothing pro-beneficial. But when you ferment it, it's still going through a process and it's still able to do great things for your gut. So anyways, that's what I've been into. That's what we're doing. I don't know why I keep talking about the kimchi, but it's so damn good. Wanted to show it off to everybody. What was that? Oh shit, we've done 3 hours? I am so high, I did not even realize that. Like, I feel like we just started the show. What day is it today? Sunday?
Yeah.
All right,
Welcome.
Sunday Seshy,
Top of the
everybody.
week.
Wow. This is wild. And we're coming into a grand week. Look, tomorrow, rescheduling. It's not necessarily the best idea in the world. We're not going to really get into the nitty-gritty details of it, but it's really going to bury a lot of companies in mumbo-jumbo jargon and legalities and licensing and research and regulatory. I think this will slow down a lot of legal cannabis businesses. And tomorrow, we could hear a vote or a signing of a bill by Trumpy Trumps that he has reclassified cannabis into a Schedule 3. Both good and both bad. Tonight, I've said a few of the bad things, not very many. Really, the biggest bad thing is that it's putting medical cannabis into the hands of pharmacopoeia.
It is supposed to be a little bit more.
And so now big cannabis has to battle very big pharmacopoeia. Holy shit, this is like a WCW, WWF, you know, let's get ready to rumble! Wow. I'm excited to see this because price wars, we're going to have supply and demand, we're going to have craft versus
It's to sit in the fridge.
pumped out in masses. And money, does money speak? Can their money drown out the other medical providers? I think state by state it's going to matter.
I do it.
I think if we're looking at something nationally, we're looking at something strange. Right. I was actually some of the notes I said, look, terpenes aren't going to become
Okay, here's
deal. Yeah.
So I was just reading up on this rescheduling thing, and this I love this quote. This is out of the ordinary. It's like, cannabis is still federally illegal, but even as a federally illegal substance, the move to Schedule 3 dramatically reduces the federal tax burden for operators. Like,
Maybe.
federal tax includes crime money, basically. Like,
Well, okay. So something we're not mentioning is what this takes down. I didn't look. Let me see if I can find it.
My mom could not tell me otherwise.
It says here, reclassification would not legalize marijuana federally, but it would remove cannabis from the most restrictive category under the Controlled Substances Act. They said you can deduct operating expenses now for your weed business, which you couldn't do that before. And it's still federally illegal, but it could stabilize struggling operators and make investment more feasible. Because the banking barriers won't be there anymore. Like, it's opening up the banking.
No.
But here's what
Right.
it's also doing. Look, Lucid, what industries would moving Schedule 3 to affect and hurt, such as those collecting subsidies or drug money or holding people in jail? I mean, what industries, what government, what backbone working government programs would this destroy, literally destroy? Because we are now rescheduling cannabis as something that you can get over the counter.
I feel like it's gonna lose. People are gonna lose a lot of jobs, but new jobs will open up.
Hopefully they don't lose the artisan touch though. All these different strains and things.
Yeah,
I hope they don't regulate it to the point where you can only have certain things and it's strictly controlled. That kind of would suck, right?
Yeah, but I feel like now it's more of like different growers are putting their own, how can I put it, artistic view on how they grow their own bud.
Right.
If it's government controlled, it'd be all the same.
Right. That's what. Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
It'd be.
You're gonna get what's
That wouldn't be
medically
good.
smart. What's medically that hits the numbers for them.
Yeah.
If it hits the right numbers medically, it doesn't make sense for terpene. They don't understand. It doesn't make sense for the individual strain.
What do you do?
For them, weed is weed. Like some people who smoke, like weed is weed, but it's not.
It's a scientific artifact, not an artisan enjoyed substance, right? Like it's
what I was hinting at a moment ago. Who does this hurt? By doing Schedule 3, what is this going to change? So this is the interesting part. Nobody has said the prison law enforcement probation economy. This is the biggest structural hit. This is crazy. This right here. So it's affecting local police departments, county jails, private prison contractors, probation and parole system. How big is that system right now? That system alone. And drug task force, asset forfeiture programs. By rescheduling cannabis to a Schedule 3, you are fucking all of these ingrained programs. I know it's a really strong word to be able to use.
Right.
Come in and be like, but
I think it's kind of good for Florida because I mean all these people that have gone to jail for marijuana.
Yeah. Well,
I mean I'm one of them. But
no. But that look. Cannabis arrests are going to drop even further. Fewer probation violations, fewer drug-related detentions, less justification for stop and frisk, surveillance grants, federal anti-drug funding because it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
There's going to be no more federal anti-drug programs.
Well, I feel like there will be, but not just dealing with cannabis. Because I feel like they need to get rid of cannabis as a illegal substance.
Yeah.
And focus more on different drugs like cocaine, heroin, meth, methamphetamines, all like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to legalize weed altogether. Grow it in your backyard like tomatoes.
I wish.
It's a vegetable.
That's a vegetable. That's right.
It's
delicious. It's my broccoli.
It's delicious in here. This is delicious. Look, the thing is, no matter how they reclassify it, they're still going to find ways to prosecute. It's still not federally. It's not de-scheduled, where that means it would be on no schedule whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's not recreational. What Schedule 3 is doing is, I said it earlier, this is putting the industry really in the hands of those that control everything already.
Right.
Yep.
People with lab coats saying, this strain number 175 is a wonderful, and never smoking it, never knowing any of the artisan effects or anything.
So
how the world is.
So I got a question. With this, you said it's gonna make like medical marijuana, cannabis, over the counter available, right?
No. Not yet. No, but it gives credibility to cannabis.
It opens up the banking. That's what it's opening up.
Well, not just banking. Look, the big thing
it's more than banking, but that's a big deal.
We've been looking for credibility and notability. we want to be noticed by the government and the medical programs and the FDA
That's
that
something
cannabis
serious,
is
right?
medical.
Yeah.
Cannabis has medical uses and it's serious and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right.
And by rescheduling it to Schedule 3, it acknowledges and certifies.
It's showing it has potential.
Yes.
So government grants and money will be opened up
Correct.
to like
So
researching.
now this is a whole new game, 100%.
I'd love to have a research
So
program
like
where I
we
could
do
just
it
smoke.
like another vote of marijuana, recreational. It can be.
But this also puts it now in more control. So as
Right.
before it is illegal and it's a Schedule 1, now it's Schedule 3 and it's not so illegal, but it's illegal enough to where we control who creates, who does, what's happening. And look, you think the federal war on drugs infrastructure, it's just going to crumble. It's going to crumble on a lot of different angles. Yes, they're still going after heroin and crack and cocaine.
You know what I feel like? I feel like it's gonna mess with like a lot of the cartel or terrorist
Oh
things.
my
that-
God. Yeah. I mean, think about that, right? So, Oren, you were talking about weaving all this together into a narrative. Well, they have all these drug boats they've been hitting, right? So they're stopping that. They're also sending in military assets to like Venezuela or whatever.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, right? To stop
Syria.
this. And also the rescheduling. So all this is happening like
At the same time,
at
right?
the same time, right?
Wow. So it's just like crazy.
I don't know. Maybe it's connected.
Maybe it's
Well, I'm
connected. It
thinking.
feels like it's connected.
I feel like
Wow.
they're trying to do as much as they can in this short amount of time as possible.
Oh, that's
So
for
in the
sure,
beginning
too,
of the
yeah.
show, or in the beginning or earlier, we were talking, but what are they distracting us from? So right now, you guys didn't know about Schedule 3. Right now,
No.
you guys, I mean, you know about what, Venezuela?
No, but I know about Syria.
Okay, so you
That's
know
a
about
new one,
Venezuela,
too,
but you don't.
Syria,
So you
yeah.
don't know about Venezuela. You've kind of heard about Syria,
Yeah.
and then but in that you're only getting tidbits of information.
Yeah, I got like the main problem that was happening on in Syria, and the
Wait,
consequences.
what's going on in Syria?
Some soldiers they were going. there was
Oh,
a
they were
convoy.
attacked
Yeah.
and they were stabbed or something.
Yeah, I think they were.
Well, you heard
executed.
about? Have you heard about Australia?
No.
So there was an attack, first night of Hanukkah, in Australia. There was an attack on some people celebrating Hanukkah in the park, and they shot.
I actually, I've seen that.
It was a beach, Bondi Beach. There was like 20
Yeah.
people. At
Like
least
20 people,
were shot or
they've
something.
Yeah,
have
20
been
people
shot.
were shot and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And a
seen
terrorist
that.
attack. So but what I'm saying is that most people don't know. Most people have no idea what's happening,
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, they get their news from CBS or NBC.
Correct.
And they just
And that's it. We don't know what's going on. But so when I say, what are they hiding? What's going right now? Like, well, let me just let's see if Lucid is in the mood to give me the good shit.
We haven't seen the Golden Fort Notch yet, so everything's
Lucid,
a distraction from
serious
that.
question right now. Since we're talking about rescheduling, we've got problems in Syria. We've got the recent attacks in Australia. Trump is saying this thing and that thing, and I don't really care who's saying what. What news is happening right now? Like, what bills are trying to be passed under
What are
the
they trying to
government?
distract us from?
Yeah, what are they trying to distract us from? Tell us the true possibility, Lucid.
Hiccuping.
All right. All right.
Or
Get
you like
better.
my hat, man?
I love it. Love it. Beautiful. That's a nice
Do you
hat.
know what it means?
Crippy? Wait, no.
Yeah.
What is it? What does
It
it
means
mean?
crippled.
It means crippled. So Sunshine Cannabis is like partnering, I guess, with wounded veterans. And if you look at the top of it, it has the Purple Heart for combat wounded veterans,
Okay.
and it's
Very
trippy.
nice.
So as in like combat wounded veteran crippled.
Right.
Okay. That's very cool.
I like it. It's very cool.
That's very cool.
Yep. Yesterday, truly, like, if you spent $75, you get a free duffel bag, which
From
was
by Modern Flower.
yeah by Modern Flower. If you buy or purchase something, you get a few things for free.
Yep.
So I got 2 hats. I got True Leaf hat. I got this hat. I should have grabbed the shirt instead of a True Leaf hat. I really should have.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good hat. You know something? My hat.
Yeah.
So I haven't been wearing it enough lately.
I like both hats. They're both really
it's,
cool.
uh,
I was
yeah.
going to say something earlier. I was like, people that wear hats, there's something about them.
Well, you know, I've been wearing the hat, and then keep in mind I don't know. I'm breaking the hat down. I need a new hat. I need another organji, a bigger organji, a crazier design. I don't know. I mean, I like this hat, and
You gotta do shirts now, Order.
Oh yeah, you gotta do
gotta
shirts,
expand.
hoodies. You should do socks too.
I gotta do hoodies. Or not hoodies. I gotta do beanies. I gotta do beanies, and I gotta do socks. And I like
Bucket
it. I
hats.
like it. Beanies, socks, and bucket hats.
When
Listen,
Underwear.
I need to find somebody who can
Underwear.
print over the whole
Underwear.
hat. Underwear.
Some hoodies.
How do you do underwear? Is such a personalized thing. I don't
Just have it
think
like
people
in the
want
front.
me in their
Have the logo
underwear.
in the front.
No,
But I
on the
could, I
legs,
could
like-
probably come up. I could probably come up with some comfortable shit. Maybe some. You know how they're doing, like they're quilting everything these days, like
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
soft, and just the quilted series.
I love quilted shit.
You can make it quilt.
Look, you could do some crazy good shit, man. I've seen some amazing things. Quilting has gone to a whole new place. You know, it used to be just sweaters and scarves and shit like that. And now it's beautiful. I mean, there are some creative designs. So, interestingly, Lucid has not given me a specific thing, but instead a backwards diatribe of our society and what really is going on. So
Hugo.
it says the healthiest stance right now is to be ready. Wait, this is ridiculous.
They're expensive.
Yeah. $85. I got a pair of baby blue glitter red bottoms.
I'll be honest, Lucid, I didn't have the time to read through your entire description of everything in a nutshell. And it was amazing from what I picked up. And so can I have a list view of really what you just said, as well as current events that they are slipping in under the radar right now? Or things we should be talking about in the news type of thing. Or not news. Okay. Oh. But that's, see, no, hat's better. I like hat's better. In a nutshell, so what's moving quietly right now, realistically? Regulatory definitions. This is huge. Not laws, but definitions. What counts as medicine? What counts as research? What qualifies for enforcement discretion? What is temporarily allowed versus formally permitted? Okay. These definitions lock in futures for cannabis, hemp, AI, data, healthcare, with a specific concentration on AI. Plus, they've been sneaking in some healthcare things lately because we don't have funding, or we don't have. So our healthcare is going to become twice as expensive, is what we're dealing with right now.
Man, I don't pay for healthcare anymore. So.
What's that? You don't feel like?
I don't pay for healthcare anyway, so.
Wait, as he cuts out, he's like, I don't pay for healthcare anyway. Here in Florida, we throw caution to the wind and just say, fuck it. Healthcare, schmelthcare, what the hell you talking about? Florida healthcare sucks.
It does.
Sucks.
It
Super
does.
sucks.
It's
It does.
expensive and it sucks. For no reason.
Well, I'll tell you, the way things look in the current events right now, global conflict,
Got this.
global conflicts currently that are going on. Syria, the Middle East, grand instability right now. Terror and violence in Australia, Europe, election rhetoric currently with Trump, culture war cycles, AI panic, AI panic, AI panic.
Yeah, that's AI is taking away all the jobs, and there's not enough. The RAM prices tripled, and AI is a big hype.
I've heard about the RAM prices has tripled and all that.
Yeah, we talked about it on a previous show. Like, there's a lot of you need a lot of electricity, you need a lot of water. But if you go to photonic computers, you can maybe power a data center with a 9-volt battery and have it be the size of a credit card in your pocket.
But I hear we're actually very close to that.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, it looks promising.
Like, that's a definite reality.
Yeah, it'll be a definite thing. Yeah. It's like at one point people couldn't fly. At one point we didn't have computers, you know. Like,
holy shit, I know. Now look, we have computers on our phones.
Yeah, it took a long time though, right, to get from ENIAC. What's that?
It's how much they released and how much they wanted us to be able to know. Like, we jumped from CD to Laserdisc, and then Laserdisc just kind of dissipated.
To Blu-ray.
Even though it's CD, incredible technology.
To DVD,
and then we went just to
Blu-ray.
CDs, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we kind of unified to a specific size. But we started, once we miniaturize things, we have control.
It'll be crystalline.
We get them in the phones, you know, we can get them
It'll be like Superman with the crystals and you know, Fortress of Solitude.
Well,
it'll be all crystal.
You saw they've been testing things on crystals. Right, and you can put
in 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was like light crystals when he was deactivating HAL. It was light crystals that were coming out. You remember that? Like little modules as he was turning HAL off. I don't think you should do this, Dave. Maybe we should talk it over. And like he's like disconnecting the thing, and the little circuits are coming out. It's like glass.
But this is I think the technology,
optical, right? Like
it's optical. We spoke about some optical solutions where we're going from photons to electrons.
From electrons to photons.
Right. I mean, this is a whole new way. We're looking at this technology now backwards, and we're recreating it. So what should we be afraid of? Fucking everything. Question everything. Holy shit, constructed civilization around us is crazy sauce. Crazy.
Critical thinking is when you notice and think about stuff. That's
Look, they're going to reschedule, but they're just
is that real? Is that true? You know,
is it real?
I'm thinking about just going to an island, growing my own weed, building my own house.
I love Gavin's approach here. He goes, "Look, I'm just looking to go to an island. I want to grow my own weed.
Start your own civilization."
You laugh though, but this is how I used to think. I had Gavin's mindset. I used to sit there all day and draw out plans of how I was going to have fish ponds that were going to supply a lot of things and cool down, you know, the pipes or for this or for that. And then I had underground greenhouses and to protect against storms. I had my own island and you know, but in all of that, it was every dream just to have my own place. Yeah. In this giant world where we get swallowed up by everything, I just wanted a little bit of land.
You could start a weed cult.
See, I ain't got no land though. All I got is a house. So I'm like,
but it's a start. Look, you build. I started with just a house. I didn't start with land. It took me. Look, I had to rent for a long time. I rented and I rented and I rented and I rented.
Yeah, that's what I did, man.
I hated it until I had the opportunity to buy a fixer-upper. And I got in for super cheap, and I lived and worked and lived and worked in it and lived and worked in it until I made it an art. Me and Angie turned it into a piece of art. Of art we turned it into. And then we sold it, and then they turned it into plain and boring. But whatever, that's what they did. But in that, we took that money, we bought an RV, we traveled the world, we traveled the country until we found what's cost effective to live and buy land. We landed here in Florida 7 acres later. You know, this is what we're dealing with.
I wish I had 7 acres. Holy shit.
So, 7 acres, it's a lot, but we don't use a good portion of that. I've been cutting down, like today, I got out there, I cut down 2 trees. I feel good about it. I pulled down a fucking tree. Maybe that's why I hurt. Because No. I know I hurt right here. It's painful. I did. So I did. Look, I mean, I'm not a small guy, but I'm not a big guy. But I'm like a tiny guy with a lot of strength. I'm like a not a dwarf. I'm 5'8", 7.
You got that strength.
But what I did, I grabbed the tree.
He's
So I
taller
cut
than
the.
you.
You're tall. You probably are. A lot of people are
How
taller
tall
than
are
me.
you?
I'm 5'7", 5'8"-ish. More 7-ish. I'm a short guy. I'm like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Listen,
Very
I'm short too,
But I'm a
Warren.
twig.
I'm with you
but
there.
we have power. There's power in shortness. So I
There
cut
is.
down a tree.
It's okay.
I cut down a tree, and it was leaning on another tree. And as it's leaning on the tree now, I'm like, son of a bitch. So I said, fuck it. So I got behind the tree, like, the lean is here. So I got into the lean, and I kind of rammed it really good, and I grabbed it, and I moved it. And I hit that a couple of times, and I felt really good about it because the tree came all the way down. I was like, yeah, oh, and then I walked away. Oh, I'll be honest.
Yep.
That's the last time I'm gonna do some bullshit like that.
Kicked my ass.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm not gonna let it.
No, he's like, it's not the last time. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But then, so I'm cutting up those pieces and I'm making planter boxes. So I'm using the chainsaw
Tomorrow. It's the
and I'm like
15th.
stacking them like a
happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, happy late birthday.
I appreciate that. It was lovely. It was lovely. Went to dinner. I got woken up with a banner and with breakfast and just sweet words from everybody and some lovely old people shoes. Some orthopedic looking ass. I love them. They're very comfortable. I'm dealing with age a lot here. It's like, I don't know the fuck. She's funny though. Angie, look, she is calculated. She is a calculated gift giver. So I'm getting gifts for the next couple of days because of Hanukkah. We're gonna see how that works out. I'm telling you, the end of the week, y'all are gonna see me in like a sweater, like one of those cardigans or some shit. A walker.
I got a question about Hanukkah. I mean,
Yeah, please.
I mean, I don't celebrate it. I'm not saying anything against it. I don't celebrate it. But
No, please.
every how many days of Hanukkah is there? There's 12.
8 nights. There's 8
8
nights.
nights. 8
Yeah.
nights.
9 days, 8 nights.
9 days, 8 nights.
Right?
No, wait, 7. I guess 7 days. Well, no, because it ends.
No,
the
no,
night.
it is 7 days, 8 nights.
It
it is.
ends. So like tonight is the first night,
Right.
and we have 8 more. We have 7 more evenings of Hanukkah, and each night, it just and really all of it just symbolizes how long the oil lamp continued to burn.
Right.
So when they battled and they took back over the temple, the Hebrews only had enough oil for like that one night. For that night, that's the only oil they had left after all that shit. And it burned for 8. And it empowered an entire people. That one lantern burning and it kept everybody going. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
That's pretty dope. So you get like
No,
We're gonna let y'all go.
I'm just I'm having a breakdown over here. My
Yeah,
computer
we did
just
too.
you too.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Everybody just
It's
got
happening.
cut out.
Right? It's just I think mine is going through a nervous breakdown. Let me just see if I can get it more power. Let me see if
Yeah,
I can
mine's
get
about to die.
All right, people, I'm gonna go. It's
Yeah,
nice,
me too.
being
I just
on.
noticed I've got a
Nice to
crazy
see
week
you.
ahead. We got to do some planning. Everybody, listen. Highly motivated. Thank you for coming to the show with Oregonji and everybody that brings it together. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Asia. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Giraffe. Thank you, Gavin. And
thank you for having us.
Thank you very
and
much.
everybody that we
Thank
really
you.
like to
Thanks.
thank you all.
Thank you.
You're all
Thank you.
awesome. So remember, catch us again Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, highly motivated, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Share, like, love, preach, whatever. And did I do that right? Was that nice? Did you see how I included
I liked
all
it.
that
I
shit at
liked
the
it.
end? Thank you.
You're getting better. You're learning.
You are all awesome. Remember, get out there and be awesome. Get out there and believe in yourself. Get out there and trust in yourself. Get out there and tell yourself that you belong. Open that door, that proverbial door, no matter where you are. Say, I belong here. I belong everywhere. And feel the magic of
I
that kind
belong
of
in this world.
boom.
Mhm.
I
Don't think you
belong in
are.
this
No,
world.
you are.
Right. Know it. You know it, and it changed. Look, you say it. I say it when I enter into buildings and shit
Know
like
it,
that.
believe
I
it,
feel
do
an
it.
energy. It's an energy. And you're going to take that energy, people, and we are going to create. Oh, good week. Good week.
Go
Awesome
with
stuff.
All right, everybody.
Go highly motivated. All right,
See you
everybody.
on
Have a good
Good
one.
night.
Wednesday.
Ciao. Everybody have an amazing night.
Yeah.
you.
How you want to